This episode's brought to you by Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy. Sip the Freeze Pop inspired flavor explosion. If you want to get our shows ad-free and our exclusive shows, go to patreon.com/kindafunny. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Kinda Funny's live reaction to the Grand Theft Auto 6 debut, the first time we will ever see footage of Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm very excited about this. Of course, I am your host, Tim Geddes. Shout out to the amazing Cameron Kennedy who made that intro.
That was hot.
And shout out to Carter Harrell who made the audio for that, including playing guitar. Oh my God,
Amazing.
it's freaking sick.
Who made all this?
Andy Cortez, of course, made this
shout out to
set,
Andy Cortez.
and Barrett made it all work. So shout out to the entire crew working really hard on all this stuff. It is very, very, very exciting times. We are about to see at noon, so we are less than 22 minutes away from seeing Grand Theft Auto 6 on Netflix. They have guaranteed us that we will be allowed to actually live react and show the footage with y'all. So that is the plan. We're going to try that. Letting everyone know right now, we're live on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube might go down, and if it does, go over to Twitch. We're going to try to get back up, but just letting you know, we're going with what we've been said we can do.
Top women say we will be okay. They have said it. They have driven it home. They were watching Games Daily saying it'll be fine. There's a tweet from Rockstar saying, hey, you can coast. So we'll see.
We will see, everybody. I'm Tim Geddes. I'm joined today by Blessing Adeoye Jr. Bless, you are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, GTA fan I know. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling something today.
Yeah.
I'm really excited today. I think it was the conversation that me and Greg had on Kinda Funny Games Daily, where the first 3 news stories were GTA 6 related because they did an exclusive cover story with Dazed Magazine, where they've already talked about some of the details that we're going to see in the game. And as me and Greg were going back and forth, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what they pull out here.
We also have Game Over Greggy himself, Greg Miller.
Right before we went live, Tim, you said to Bless, man, I'm feeling jittery or whatever. And once the intro started, I still have full body chills.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to do this. This is perhaps one of the top 5 days in gaming history.
Wow.
Upcoming Gamescast, start thinking about it.
Oh,
wow.
I like that a
What
lot.
was the other one? Outriders when it dropped?
Who the hell's Jacob?
And rounding out our crew today, it is the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
Shout out to Kebabs with the most keen eye ever, who asked me, did you add a reflection to the Ferris wheel on the bottom image? Because when Digital Foundry did their tech breakdown, they were like, well, we know ray tracing isn't going that far because the Ferris wheel isn't reflecting in the water. And so when I made the graphic, I added the...
You're such a psycho.
So funny.
The most keen eye ever. That's insane. That's hilarious.
Oh,
I'm
man.
so excited for this. Holy
Right?
shit.
Like, oh, Andy, tell me more.
Oh my gosh. I mean, all morning was just, I couldn't say, I kept waking up. I was waking up like every 30 minutes, starting at around 4 a.m. It was just like tossing and turning, getting excited, wake up like, oh my God. And then like, oh, did I sleep past my alarm? No, it's still dark. And like it was just a lot of excitement. This is the first GTA that I get to cover in the games industry. It's so fucking
Come
cool.
on.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like this,
So cool.
It's such a rare opportunity. I'm so stoked.
Now, there once was a show called Kinda Feudy. On it, you won the rights to be the Kinda Funny representative to preview GTA 6.
Yeah.
Sun's getting awfully low. How are you feeling about that?
Well, hey, if the end of this video pops up with a delayed until 2027,
You're killing it.
I'll be there in January.
If this is the closest thing we get to a preview, should we kick the rest of everybody out, Andy, and you just watch it
Oh,
on your
that's
own?
true. That is true. We could do that. And Snowbike Mike couldn't be here. The snakes bit him.
On the hernia.
Yeah. All 3. The hernia's bit him back. Well, he's off for the Halo marathon, but he was hinting people, or the Skyrim marathon. He was hinting to people that he might come in and crash the party. We'll see.
We'll see.
We love you, Snow Mike.
I
Mike,
love
wherever
the
you're at.
threats of Snow Mike coming to work on his day off. I was out with Mike last night at the Pokemon World stuff, and all he was talking about is how much he doesn't want days off. And he's telling everybody that. And I'm like, Mike, you got to figure your life out, bro.
I don't
Say,
believe.
isn't he the one who chooses to
I don't believe
stream Skyrim?
Yeah,
I don't think that's a forced thing.
yeah. As much
We
as
said you have to stream. Marathon stream the hottest game in the world right now, Skyrim.
I'm pretty sure Roger and Mike approach like y'all and is like, yo, we want to play this throughout the entire weekend.
I don't want to use the word begged, but I'm going to. All right. But hey, we're here. I'm very excited for all of it. Now, guess what, everybody? We're here for a long haul today. Of course, we will be live reacting to the presentation that they're going to show. I forget. Did they say how long this one is?
27 minutes.
27 minutes.
Lord.
We will be live reacting to, and then of course after that.
Since you didn't watch it, how long was the GTA 5 reveal? Remember when they did in the world of Grand Theft Auto 5? How long was that in your head?
7 minutes.
It was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
5 minutes.
Dang. So we're getting so much more than that. That felt like we got so much.
I agree.
Yeah.
Man, I remember that day. I think we've told these stories like last time when we got the first trailer for GTA 6 a couple of years ago.
All we have is stories.
I know. Yeah, exactly. But I remember when that first dropped when we were back at IGN, and for some reason Nick and I had to go to Best Buy to buy something for some production we were doing, and we walked into Best Buy and they had the GTA 5 trailer playing on loop on all of the TVs at Best Buy just because it's hype. Just because there was like such an excitement. It's like, man, to be back here over a decade later, so cool.
I want to go to a Best Buy during the eve of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I just
there'll
want to
be
hang out
energy.
amongst the people. Because that wasn't the last midnight thing I went to, but that was the last midnight thing that had the energy of a midnight thing. You know, GTA 5 in 2013 at my local campus GameStop on Green Street in Urbana, Illinois. Like, people were playing ping pong. Like, it was a party in the GameStop.
Yeah.
I was running into like people I hadn't seen in years. They're like, oh, GTA? Yeah, GTA. Like, there's an energy to that I miss.
So exciting to just be there, all the people at this midnight launch to just get a box.
Yeah.
And take that box
Take that home.
And that sucker
Type the
belongs
code
to
in.
you.
No one can take it away from you.
How long do you think this video is like in Europe?
What do you mean?
Like the exchange, you know? They do stuff differently over there, Bless.
Is this like a reference?
Metric system, no.
Euros, metrics.
Things might be different.
Move on.
Was this
Move
joked
on.
about previously? Why?
I think it'll be like half a second longer because they need to do the Peggy 18.
Ah, yeah.
Ah.
Peggy 18. That's one of my favorite things to hear. God, I'm so excited for this.
We got some super chats coming in.
Super chats.
We got Opponents Prime saying, get ready to meticulously pick up every beer bottle, manually search people's pockets. They about to Red Dead Redemption 2 the fuck out of this for better or better.
Fuck
Real
yeah.
quick,
Give
with
it
your
a
name, Opponents Prime, I do got to give the major shout out to rest in peace to Peter Cullen. Hit me very hard. I keep seeing, tearing up right now, but it's like Transformers means so much to me. Peter Cullen means so much to me. And all day just seeing on Twitter, like clips and stuff. I'm like, every time I see something, I'm like, oh man, this is hard. So I need to stay off Twitter, everybody. But
You
Well, that's
should.
just good advice, period.
yeah, that's true. That's all social media. But yeah, Andy, you've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you think we're going to see a lot of that DNA in GTA 6?
Yeah, I mean, just based off of that article from Dazed.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
Dazed,
Dazed
yeah.
before.
I've also
that,
never
by the
heard of
way.
Dazed.
But very cool. Like, you know, right up in the way all the design looked on that website. Yeah, it seems like, you know, them mentioning, you know, we don't want you to be kind of going more, we don't want you to be going hog wild in this. You know, yes, you could do crazy stuff, but it's going to be a bit more of a realistic take, is what they said near the end of that article. I was like, oh, okay. I like that.
Dazed is a quarterly British youth culture magazine founded in 1991. It covers music, fashion, film, art, and literature. Where is Rockstar located? Are
Scotland.
they in Britain?
Well, it's Rockstar North is in Scotland.
What about Rockstar London? Is that still a thing?
Are you thinking of GTA London, the video game?
Possibly. I could have sworn Rockstar London was a
No,
thing.
I mean there was
think you're
Rockstar North, there was Rockstar London, there's Rockstar San Diego.
Edinburgh. Which is how you
Edinburgh.
pronounce that.
No shit.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
real,
no,
they got
Rockstar
real
London's
on
still
me
kicking.
when I said Edinburgh one time. Whew,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
you would have thought that like I was illiterate.
Say it again.
Edinburgh.
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 Bruh.
Bruh. Edinburgh.
Yeah, bruh. It's like, you know.
I always thought it was Burrow. I didn't think it was
Burrow.
I didn't think it was Berg. those burrows.
I think
It's spelled like Berg though. Huh? Hold on. Well, yeah, somebody in chat spelled it a weird way. Hold on.
no, it's spelled Edinburgh.
It's spelled.
But when
Edinburgh.
people spell it phonetically, it looks like burrow. Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
This is the pre-show.
God damn, everybody.
So according to Wikipedia, the Rockstar studios still kicking are Rockstar Australia, Rockstar Dundee, Rockstar India, Rockstar LA, Rockstar Leeds, Rockstar Lincoln, Rockstar London, Rockstar New England, Rockstar North, Rockstar San Diego, Rockstar Toronto, and then CFX, which is a remote thing.
Tim, what if I told you that the studio has expanded a lot since the release of Red Dead Redemption 2? In the last decade, they've acquired studios in Australia, India, and LA. And in LA, they got fashion designers working on fashion in the game.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool. Like, I didn't know about this Days thing at all.
Dude,
Like,
there's
I've
some really cool
been in
shit
there
in here.
working on top 100 stuff, so it's like I don't know any of
They
this stuff.
built
so.
a studio just for NPCs.
Yeah. I think that's the
what
LA
Dave's
one.
talking about.
That is
Yeah.
so sick.
Rockstar's expansion doesn't exclusively encompass game developers. The company brought on the other real-world professionals, such as Miami-based stylist Jillian Carr, who was hired to help create a fashion ecosystem
That's incredible.
that can capture the diversity in style, culture, and class necessary to give Vice City's people their distinct style.
Dude, that's Rockstar money, man. And we're
That's
about to
so
see
cool.
that money being put to work.
They also hired race car drivers for vehicle handling.
For the car stuff, yeah.
50 real street artists to design murals around the game map. Like,
It's crazy.
this is what I got chills.
I know, dude, for real.
The fact that there's like, what excites me the most is we built a studio only for NPCs.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that look like? What are we
How,
doing?
how does that translate?
Is this about to blow Fable out of the fucking water with their 1,000-person NPC?
like it's just unbelievable to think about the level of scale these things are being worked at, and how normally a lot of different developers you get a little pocket of people and you go, all right, we need you to maybe work on NPCs or whatever. Like the fact that it's no, all you all do is that's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
I think the thing that really hit me is one of the Bazinga official one in chat says, damn, in a world full of AI slop, this is pretty cool. And when I read this the first time, I think that was one of the things that really stuck out to me is like, we talk a lot about the volume of things that video games often require in terms of NPCs and assets and all these things, right? And we're seeing a lot of studios resort to the solution of, oh, we're just going to AI shit. And to see, yeah, you're talking about a studio just for NPCs. Obviously, you have more money than God, and so you can afford that as Rockstar. But even still, that kind of craftsmanship it warms my heart that we're not losing it all to AI.
Yeah.
In Cade over on IGN's roundup that we read on Games Daily of this Dazed article, right? This is how the final paragraph at least ends that we read. Ultimately, it sounds like Rockstar is making a much more nuanced and interactive game. And that, Tim, is what gets me incredibly hyped for the next 10 minutes to go by as fast as
I
possible.
know. We are
Because I wanna
11 minutes
see
away.
What does that mean? Up
Yeah.
until this point, it's felt so much like we are getting another GTA. You know what GTA is. Go there, do the mission, drive to the next thing, go to the safe house. But are we getting more than that? What does this world of Vice City feel like? React to us. We got fashion designers in there, we got social media in there.
love
What
that
does
happening.
any of this shit mean?
I do wonder if there will be a part of it that is maybe too deep or tough to even cover when those little moments with a random NPC that might happen to you are maybe so few and far between that it's a lot harder to show that off. And you kind of need, like, it reminds you of like trying to showing somebody a YouTube video of a VR game. And it's like, well, you really need to be in there to play it. And I wonder if those things will translate well to this Netflix thing and show off like, this is what you're getting and this is how amazing it is. And yes, you only saw 2 of those things, and you might be going in your head, yeah, big deal, but it's like, yeah, but once you have your hands on the sticks and once you are talking to and seeing how diverse all of this stuff really is, then you will really get like you'll get a glimpse of like why this is so special and why that matters.
I think one of the things that excites me the most, and this is me being somebody who's played so much GTA Online and like GTA 5 in general, is over the years, they've leaned more and more into things like music and like, I believe they started in a record label or something like that. This is like quite a few years ago, so I forget the exact details of it. But like they leaned hard into the music aspect, so much so that they got Dr. Dre in the game and all that shit, right? And that was a whole quest for online. when I read about the fashion designers and the race car drivers and stuff, again, we're talking about the craftsmanship. I want to see how hard some of that stuff goes. Like a couple of the things they added over time for GTA 5 were new radio stations hosted by celebrities. Like I think there was, I want to say it was Blonded Radio. That was like the Frank Ocean radio station that was curated by him.
Yeah.
I want to see more shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that even makes me think as we're approaching this, like, are we going to have a celebrity voice? Oh God. Well, Pitbull would be cool. Yeah, Miami.
You've gotta
That would make
have
a lot of
Worldwide.
sense. That would make a lot of
Come
sense.
on,
Yeah.
he's the mayor. He's got to be the mayor.
But
of the
here's
game.
the thing. Now we're back. Now we're back to the conversation Bless and I were having on Games Daily that Rockstar, while has cameos. Remember old Ricky Gervais, Cat Williams got choked up by a kid, but he
Yeah.
did comedy in GTA 4. Like those people cross over, but their world exists unto itself and is its own parody. So my wonder would be, do you have Pitbull in there or somebody doing the parody of Pitbull?
It's Pitbull.
I'm Mr.
but
Vice City.
It's a different dog name. I don't know which
Mr.
one.
Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Rottweiler, the World Wild.
You bring up all the music stuff though. It's like, yeah, there's a culture to GTA,
Yep.
and hearing all this gets me so excited. But it just brings me back to the original Vice City. Like I remember the CD box set that they put out for that. Like at that time when I was like 12 or something, like it was the most expensive thing I ever bought myself. It was like $60 or something like that. But it was just like that. I remember that being like I can't believe I'm spending this much money for CDs, but I was like, it's worth it though. Like I want this collection of music for sure. And it's just like that put me on to so many 80s songs that like legit the first time I ever heard I ran so far away from Flock of Seagulls was because of Grand Theft Auto, right?
Dude, what a
and so many other songs. So.
My prediction is we get Bad Bunny. I think
Yes,
Bad Bunny either
that's
has
a
a
good
radio
Bad Bunny.
station or he has a cameo or something. My question is, Tim, for this presentation we're about to watch, the 27-minute one, is the narrator, is it the generic voice or is it a celebrity voice?
Ooh.
I
Hi, everybody. I'm Weird Al Yankovic, and I'm here to show you Grand Theft Auto 6.
I forget who it was. I think it was during the Jason Schreier interview with Strauss, where he was saying it's going to be more like a show. So I'm kind of expecting this not to have that VO. I think it's going to be
You think
very
it's a couch
different.
sit down, somebody's hosting?
I don't know about that, but I think
If somebody's
more of
hosting this and it's not me, I'm
like a Netflix show, like more of like I'm thinking about WWE Unreal. Like I'm thinking
Nick
about
Lachey.
this, like more of a like I'm
Like
not
a documentary about Vice City?
kind of, but like not like the I guess kind of more similar to the Xbox Showcase
Developer Direct?
developer. No, the post show thing that they do during Summer Game Fest. Like
I think that is a Developer Direct. Well,
whatever the fuck
I know
they
you're
call it.
I know
you know
you're
what I
saying,
mean.
though,
Where
yeah.
it's like, yeah, we're really diving into this, but I don't think it's gonna get so nitty gritty into. Listen to like look how fancy our mics are and like look at our studio stuff. I think it's gonna be more about like focusing on the game, the different aspects of the game, the story or the different gameplay elements or the things that are like the wow factors. But this being on Netflix, I do think that this is their opportunity to show the Gias of the world.
Hey.
Gia's not even a good example at this point, but like Gia's friends of the world, what video games are today. And more so what they can be with the money of God behind them.
Yeah, me and Greg were both going back and forth on what this is going to be, and like in my mind, I was thinking you kind of had to divide it into sections a little bit and be like, all right, this is Lucia and Jason, right, and like kind of go into their story. And the next section might be more about just the broad open world, and then you talk about vehicles and stuff like that. But I do like the idea of leaning into maybe more of a tour guide style. Welcome to the world of Vice City, and we're treating it like it's an actual place.
Yes.
Like this is an actual location, and we're
okay.
taking you from thing to thing, and showing you all the
For
different activities. that you
27
do.
minutes, though, that sounds like a long, we're inside the world. And how do you then talk about Jason, and how do you talk about
That's a
Lucia?
good point. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe it opens with that.
Maybe it opens with that, or maybe you start off with Jason and Lucia, and then you transition into just the world of Vice City, and that's where you shift the energy.
The Jason Lucia stuff is what I'm most interested in this. I want to see, like, you know, it seems like we're getting a Bonnie and Clyde love story, but it's like, I really hope, like, I haven't been gripped by a GTA story ever. And like, I haven't been invested where I'm, I can't wait to see what happens next. It's been more about the gameplay of it all. And I am a sucker for love stories, and I think both of them look very attractive. So I want them to
You
want
wanna
to
see what I wanna see,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Bang
Come
out
on.
the anger.
Bang it out. Now,
Get it. Sorry.
go for it. Go for
Well,
it.
that was one of the things, again, Tim, since you've missed all this dazed stuff that we were talking about inside of this, that it seems like their relationship ebbs and flows, right?
And
Bless?
we're in the same page. I was gonna say the same exact
We're the
thing.
best
Come
at
on,
this. Come on,
They
that's what
can't do it
I'm
like
talking
us.
about. But no, do you have the actual quote pulled up or whatever? We were talking about this, and it was one of the things leading then into this, how it's going to be a much more nuanced and interactive game in terms of like They don't talk about how it works.
They don't talk about the mechanic, but the final paragraph here says, based on the information, it's possible that there will be some kind of relationship meter that can impact how Jason and Lucia feel about each other. Ultimately, it sounds like Rockstar is making a much more nuanced and interactive game.
I need that love. I need that love now more than ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need relationships to stay together and be healthy and happy.
I thought we weren't doing this anymore. You're the one proliferating it. My Greg Way's all about it today.
I am so excited for this. We are moments away from checking out the extended look at Grand Theft Auto 6. So real quick, I want to get a word from our sponsors. Remember enjoying those iconic red, white, and blue freezer pops in the summer? Now, imagine that flavor reinvented as an energy shot. Introducing the Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot, a flavor explosion of sweet cherry, zesty lime, and electric blue raspberry that all comes blasting together for a seriously refreshing shot. Ignite your taste buds with the flavor of the summer. Get a Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com. 3 minutes out.
3 minutes.
3 minutes until it goes live on Netflix.
Tim, does it live up to your hype?
I think so. Like I think that I have seen so little of the leaked stuff coming out.
Yeah,
I saw 10 seconds of a basketball.
Saw the basketball shot.
And with that, I'm like, it kind of is like, all right, cool. It's Grand Theft Auto, which like I do think that it's silly to think it's going to be anything other than that, but it's a 2026, this generation Grand Theft Auto, like, of course. But there was something in me of like, are we seeing some shit we've never seen before? And it took 10 seconds for me to be like, no, this is a video game. Cool. Now I'm excited to see what this video game can be. I feel like there's really no way that this can let me down. Like, because I'm not expecting this to be the greatest video game ever made. I just expect it to be the highest production value video game ever made. And that to me is exciting.
Yeah. I'm 100% with you. I also saw like 6 seconds of a leak appear on my timeline, and that brought me down to earth of like, oh yeah, that just looks like GTA. Like, so I'm going into this expecting GTA, but we know what they're putting into this. We know the budget of this. We know how long it's been in development. So yeah, I'm expecting to see a very expensive video game on screen, and I think that'll be enough for me.
I want to care about Jason Lucia like I care about Arthur Morgan.
Dutch.
Like, I want that story. I want this story to hit.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever path I take, I want there to be awesome stakes and consequences and characters that I fall in love with. Man, it's gonna be fucking crazy.
I want this world to live. I want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to, all the stuff we're talking about, wandering around, we're talking about this show. Cool, if there's a relationship that can change, that's great. But what does it mean for the things surrounding us and what's going on?
I don't expect it, but I would like to see some kind of answer to like the quote unquote Rockstar's video game design is outdated sort of thing that I felt while playing Red Dead Redemption 2. And if it's story choice, if it's open world more choice, if it's what I talked about on KHD of like, you go here to save this person or go here to save this person. One of them's going to die sort of thing. I don't know what the solution is, but I'd be curious to see if they tackle that at all, or if it is really just, here's GTA.
Less than a minute, everybody. It's happening.
People are saying
Netflix is down.
Yeah.
Which is
Makes
fucking awesome. That is fucking
Last time
awesome.
it went down was for the live reunion of Love is Blind. So,
yeah, that is true.
GTA's got it like that.
Fine, on my side, somebody says, Barrett, how does our Netflix look?
Looks fun.
Okay, great.
Is it popped up yet? Like, is there like a link?
Not really.
No?
I keep refreshing just to see.
Hey, I have breaking news from Top Women. Turn off hardware acceleration on your browser if you're having trouble.
That's, we already need to do that.
No, I also
gotcha.
meant for the audience. But
Gotcha. Netflix has officially crashed for us.
Great.
Love it.
That's pretty sick.
But Andy, reminds me a lot of the Avatar movies. Like, people could have their opinions on the story and the quality of it, and like, cool. You go to them because they're spectacles, and more money's being put into those than anything else,
100%.
and they're different because of that, and like, that's what we're gonna get here.
Can I be honest?
100%.
I really like the GTA stories. Like, even the first one I played through being GTA San Andreas, like, even that story I thought was really fun. I was invested in the Officer Tenpenny. I was invested in like all the characters.
Yeah,
and same with GTA 5.
I'm not saying that they're bad at all. I'm just saying it's just like I would love a like. And this is my opinion, a Last of Us type story where I'm just like, I can't put the controller down because.
All right, let's go.
Let's get into this.
Let's go.
GTA 4 story is probably my favorite.
Everyone, I can now confirm for you that Andy and I went to Scotland and visited Rockstar North. We have seen 3 hours of Grand Theft Auto 6, and we can talk about it.
I guess they know we're coming.
Finally!
All right, that's the block right here. Be cool. Don't,
What?
nothing.
Yo,
It's a great song choice already. This is a great song choice.
y'all trying to smoke?
No. Y'all know Booby?
Booby, huh? Yeah. He ain't here, though.
Well, we're picking something up for him. You know anything about that?
Yeah, go inside and ask for Raymond, bruh.
Appreciate it.
Pop bottles is such an inspired choice.
perfect.
Such an inspired choice.
Base PS5.
This is all on a base PlayStation 5, everybody.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
Man, I don't even want to hear that shit.
Hey,
Like, I don't even want to hear that shit. Hold up, bro. Yo. Y'all need something?
Raymond?
Nah. What you want?
Booby sent us for a pickup.
All right. Yo,
I can't wait to meet Booby.
we going up. Right inside.
Booby.
Remember that red bone shawty you was talking to? I saw her down by Prince Mark.
Said you was here for a pickup or a drop off.
Pick up.
Straight up, first door on the right.
Yep.
Dude, all the graph looks so much better than normal video game graffiti.
How you doing, big guy? Buddy.
Little devil with a halo popping up. Me and Andy will talk about it later, don't worry.
We saw all of this already.
It's old us. This is all old news to us.
You guys are so behind, man.
What you want?
Yo, is Raymond around?
Nah, never heard of him.
Yo, we're here to pick up for Booby.
All right, hold up. Yo, Ray, these two say they for Booby?
Already told that motherfucker what the fuck going on, man. He seriously sent y'all over here right now.
We're just here to collect, man.
Why he ain't come collect? You ain't asked yourself that.
No.
Look, we could go back empty-handed.
My partner's off the grid right now, you feel me? Until I figure out where the fuck he at and what the fuck going on, we in a holding pattern right here.
I'll stop
Booby knows
music
all
playing in
this,
the
right?
background.
Yeah, he fucking knows. Problem is, he only worried about himself. Yo, phone. Let me tell y'all something. At this point, I really don't give a fuck.
Hey, pack that shit up.
Yo, Ray, it's him. Put on speakerphone.
Raymond,
Yo, Nesto.
Raymond.
Where the fuck you at?
Óyeme, mi hermano. We got a situation happening. My friends on the task force are on their way. They say they're paying you a visit, so just let them take whatever they want, okay?
What the fuck you talking about? You know I got a nigga outside your mama house, right?
Raymond, listen very closely, cabrón. Raymond.
The fuck is that?
Hey.
Hey, yo, Ray, it's 12. They tuned up and everything.
Raymond.
Let's get these workers out of here, man.
Estás ahí, coño.
Oh, wait, this way.
Come on. Hey, move.
I've always been there for you.
Dude, the song's going so hard.
Yeah.
Please, don't fucking move.
It is what it is, my friend.
Holy shit.
Stay down.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. I need to find a way out.
Take notice of the heart.
Got
the
Booby's
eye up there
bricks.
in the top right.
Fuck Booby. We gotta get out of this.
Looks fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god. That was awesome.
Cover.
On it.
What the fuck is going on here?
Fuck, shit. him.
Can't you fucking handle a bunch of street pushers? Hey, man, this ain't even loaded. Oh, too bad.
Oh.
Clean this shit
I don't think they're good cops, Tim.
Oh,
It's a whole lot of
Mendes.
graffiti.
Hey, Cap.
Yep. You think he saw us?
No, he couldn't have. Oh, coño.
They got more cops coming in from downstairs. Get in here before they get your ass.
Thanks, man.
Hey, man, what the fuck going on? What the fuck y'all doing in here?
You ain't hear all that outside? Now just hold on a minute.
Hold on. You got motherfuckers running up in my house? You are not allowed to just come in here. Every time I try to buy some piece of something else.
And that's my fault.
Hell yeah.
that was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Great way to start.
Oh man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us.
Hey,
Hey, Jay. I bought these. What do you think?
I can't buy my own clothes, you know.
Sure you can. But would they look that good?
Yeah, okay. You know, Brian wants us there for cocktails.
Uh-huh.
You know what you're gonna wear yet?
Relax, Jay.
Yep.
Okay. What do you think?
Details.
I love the
Sequins?
details.
Sequins?
Good
Okay.
graphics.
The other
Yeah.
one. You know what you're wearing right now looks pretty good, so you wanna head out? I don't wanna be late.
Yeah, all right. Just give me a few seconds.
Jason reminds me a lot of Travis Kelce. See all the buffs?
Get that.
Buffs on your
Get them
drink.
buffs.
Does life feel hopeless?
Hell yeah.
Are you constantly searching for a way out? Luckily for you, those days are over thanks to Angstapan.
Ah, the great outdoors. Nature's playground. A carnival of infinite possibilities. Overflowing with creatures great and small. Magnificent and proud. Hungry? Not anymore. Mouth-watering meats from the open range. Topped off with our world-famous buns.
Arby's
Ready.
Escobar.
Damn, worth the wait.
Shout out to the 9,000 of you watching across YouTube and Twitch right now. Remember, Andy and I have gone to Scotland to see this. We saw 3 hours of Grand Theft Auto 6. We'll tell you
Here
all
we
about
go.
it and answer all your
Finally.
questions.
Okay. Your wound up a little tight. What's up?
Nothing. Just don't like being late.
Look at this.
We're
How
not
that
that
map
late.
looks.
Brian's doing us a favor, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Intro.
Apple Maps.
I get it.
Yeah. I
You know,
GPS,
That's
yeah.
some deep fucking shit.
I get that too.
It does switch
Who
between
is
day
this
and night
guy?
modes.
You know, besides
cool.
Brian's old cellmate.
I don't know as much as you. Cal might have said he was like former Dominican intelligence or something.
Damn.
What?
Just kind of wish we weren't running late.
Really? Oh,
What? I didn't know all this. Relationships are about communication, Jay.
sure. I'm sorry.
Where you at, my city girl?
Oh my god. Oh no.
What the hell are you doing?
You seeing this? Well, look who's
Hammer
back.
lady.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
What?
Sometimes I'm just more comfortable when I have to use a gun, you know?
Just be charming, okay?
Yeah.
And don't worry about Brian. Dude's retired. I mean, look at Lori's Snapmatic. Looks like they're loving it. There they are, at the bar.
This world is just unbelievable.
And you ain't seen nothing yet.
Man.
Insane.
Oh my God, as I live and breathe, look at the two of you.
Hey, Lori. It's good to see you, Brian.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come here, give us a hug. I told Brian I thought you two were both dead for sure. Now, what have you gotten yourselves into? I want to know everything.
I believe what you say. I believe.
I don't know what this is.
Look, I was just sightseeing with my girl.
The tourists carry these.
You fucking up.
Oh, hold on.
This is so fucked. Well, Brian was
Such a
quite
cool way
the
to show this
stud
off.
back in the day.
Was. Wait,
What's up?
no job. It has to be done tonight.
Tonight.
He wants it on the quiet, huh? He only wants one of you.
Well,
You know,
I don't mind.
I mean,
If you wanted to.
I'm gonna go. Enjoy your dinner, guys. I'll be back for dessert. Well, I'll walk you out. I need the ladies.
Yeah, let's take in the view. I never get to smoke these in front of Lori. Ever tell you about the fairground rolled into my hometown when I was a kid?
I don't think so.
They had bale mazes and Ferris wheel. Hell, it was the highlight of the goddamn summer for us kids.
Everybody, hands so we can see them!
And they had this beautiful carousel. One night we snuck in, and a buddy of mine, he got it working.
Look what the law chased it.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Then he cranked the speed up so fast that we thought we was flying.
Base fucking PS5.
It started going faster and faster, and it's getting harder to hold on. And I said, well, shit, that ain't good. And I fucking jumped. Jimmy Canto stayed on, cracked his head open, died that night.
You got a point?
Yeah. You gotta know when to get off, Jason. You hear me? Now, let's head back.
Everybody wanna say where they been.
Hey,
Hey, got this Raul guy's car and heading to the address he gave.
nice. On my way.
Yo, so I've been thinking, and I don't think we should tell him about, our troubles. Not just yet.
Well, that was the whole point of this.
Look, he could sell us out. Or put a bullet through our heads. I mean, seriously, what reason do we have to trust this guy?
All right. So how do you want to play it?
Slow play. Just say, hi, nice to meet you, here's your car, where's our payment? Please let us know about any further criminal opportunities.
Okay. See you there.
Yep,
The lighting and shadows are insane. It's
You miss me?
ridiculous.
I've been busy. You gonna text this guy? The dude could be a cop for all we know.
Hey, he's not a cop, all right? He's just cautious. It's probably why he survived so long. We can learn something.
Maybe you could.
Yeah. You're the perfect criminal.
Jason, Lucia,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we gotta go.
go.
Fucking
Yeah,
Raul,
go, like
dude.
right fucking now. What you think I needed a lift for?
Shit, yeah, he's cautious, right?
Vamos, vamos, maldito loca, el diablo. Enséñame clase de chofera tú eres. Hey, bro, get your ass back here, man.
Huh?
Come on, you gotta hold these fuckers off.
It's fucking crazy.
Got a little something for your plate. Here, you take this.
Getting crowded here.
Man, I can't believe we're here.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm just thinking of similar missions in GTA San Andreas, and the fact that we're here now, and it looks like this.
Hang on.
Look at all the destruction.
No. This is good.
$6 up there.
Yeah.
Back up into this alley here.
Okay.
That's it. Good. I would we just chill here for a minute.
This song's so good.
Fucking shit show.
You want me to take the wheel?
What? No.
Look, you think everything always goes as planned, huh? No, mommy, no. There will always be some kind of bullshit. A professional adapts. Are you a professional, Lucia? Huh?
Of course.
Good. I need a professional.
He reminds me so much of Harvey Keitel when I was Pulp Fiction.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah, swap to Lucia, dog.
Shit. Oh, that was cool.
That's pretty sick.
Down the alley.
That was like the Halo.
It's fucking real now.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I've just been smiling for 15 minutes.
Don't leave anything in here.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Classic.
Come on.
Danish super chats. Greg, how did you act dumb so well during Games
Right,
Daily?
Jason.
It's a
What
skill.
cargo?
You know, acting dumb. Yeah.
Maybe some warning next time?
What should I tell you to put in your calendar? Friday morning, bank robbery. Come on.
Fluxion's the
We
top
passed
of
the
the
test.
band.
You did fine. We're still alive.
Great
This
music
could be the
throughout.
start of something good. Keep your phones on. Oh, mamita. Dichoso los ojos.
Oh, hey.
Take me to the loop, baby. I need to see it.
Does this mean we're in his crew?
Yeah, I think so.
You think he can help us?
We don't have any better ideas, do we? Where are we?
Back in Bayside.
Want to take a look around?
I've had nothing but bad luck since the day I saw the cat in my
It looks crazy. Hooping!
It looks so much better. Oh my gosh.
Me this morning. Ooh.
Showing the future the past. Same cat with them evil.
Yo, Jay, what's happening, baby? Looney. What's up, girl?
She's just a devil with evil on her mind.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about right there.
She's gonna get you. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind.
The car customization is straight up Forza, dude.
She's gonna get you from behind.
I love that they got like a clothing wheel now.
Let's try to keep it clean.
Hey, I'm watching.
Reflections on the floor.
God, even like going from interior to exterior, the lights do that like
Yeah,
Shit! Who the fuck are you?
What the fuck is this?
Oh, the drunk challenge! Wait, did you steal my friend's car?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Chad! What do I do?
Jesus.
Look! Look!
That's fun.
Then I looked in those big green eyes. I know what I came there for.
Yeah.
She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind.
It just looks like a racing game.
Dude, I like the first like 15 minutes, like, wow, this looks great. And then now we're transitioning. Man, this looks fun. I want to play this.
Yeah.
With evil on her mind. Be with the devil woman. She's gonna get you from behind.
crazy hair physics.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Stay away. I bet you be real good at battle rapping, dog.
Oh, yeah?
Lucia, Jason, come take a seat. I'm waiting on the ETA for the flight.
Can I get you anything?
Tea?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 more champagnes. Thank you.
Be right back.
Trust me, a slight buzz will only help you.
So, Val, I know it's a party, but we are working, right?
The job is Andres de Leon. Protect him, but keep him in line. Gas him up. Boost his ego. Make him feel good about himself.
Surprised I voiced this character, Andres.
Hey, there's a sight for sore eyes. Tina, what's up, chula?
Andres, It's been forever. How is everything?
Oh, man, it's been nonstop.
Lucia, Jason, please meet Andres de Leon.
Sorry, guys. I'm a hugger. Come in here. Get in here. Yes. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Gorgeous. All right. Strong. Good job.
Should we go, gentlemen?
You guys see the driver? Sure. All right, let's go.
Come on.
All right. We're good.
Fuck it. You ready for this party, bro?
I don't know, maybe.
All right. What do you mean, maybe?
I'm ready for a party. I don't know about this party.
Oh, shit.
Man.
Fuck it.
Oh my god.
Straight up Too Fast, Too Furious.
I think one of my like Red Dead versus GTA things is that I'm excited for GTA to be like more of a video game. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Red Dead is like a serious ass, like you were guiding there. I'm looking at all the different stuff here. I'm like, yeah, this all looks fun.
Welcome. How's your flight, sir?
Yeah, real good time. Hey, those waitresses were all NDA, yeah?
The flight attendants? Yes, of course.
After the fact, that's a rookie move.
And you guys got our room sorted.
Yes, it's all ready for you. 24th floor executive conference room.
Perfect. Let's go freshen up, bro.
Let's do it.
Hey, honey, so a couple of Alonso's producers friends are in town and we're gonna do a deep dive into my creative roadmap. So we up in the conference room doing a little business and, think tank stuff, okay?
Seriously? Right now?
Yeah, baby, you snooze, you lose.
Increíble. Petra, can I introduce you to Andres' new security detail, Jason and Lucia? This is Petra Navarro, COO of Megamundo.
Yes, good.
Can I take you up?
Yes, please. Let's go. I don't want to spend the whole night in the lobby.
What the fuck, man?
Their version of Telemundo.
Let him do what he does. Then I want him down
What's it
here,
called?
okay?
Megamundo?
Megamundo,
That's so funny.
Gustavo, I want you to meet Lucia. She's part of the new security detail that we hired
Phil
from.
Collins for you. Go back to the original Vice City.
That's awesome. In the elevator.
Man, how much licensed music do you think is in this game?
So all of it.
It's a good thing you're good with your hands. These guys seem to have it covered. We should be fine.
Okay.
That looks insane.
Private meeting. Don't come in.
Hey, Andres.
Whoa, hey, it's okay. He's my guy. Hey, buddy. Just christening the new building.
Hey, man.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hey, man, can you run and get us a bottle of tequila, some sparkling water, a few beers? Just a selection of shit to drink, yeah? Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, so they just called and asked me to bring you down to the party now. Petra wants you. There's some big speech happening.
No. Fuck that shit. Fuck that.
Sorry, hard pass. Man, we're on a roll here, Frontal cortex is in overdrive. I mean, how many ideas did I just have in the last 5 minutes, bro?
So many, bro. So fucking many.
It's like the band's back together and I just met these fucking guys.
Come on, guys.
Hello, everyone. I just want to thank you all for coming here tonight to join us in celebrating the opening of Megamundo's first corporate headquarters on American soil. But we all did this together, as a family. The party's over! Everybody,
Let me in. Protect the asset.
It looks out the window.
Yeah, ridiculous, dude.
I'm so happy it takes place in Vice City just because the music gets to be synthy as hell.
Give me the phone.
Who am I gonna call? I'm not stupid.
Hi, guys. How's it going down there?
Who the fuck is this?
We'll talk more later, okay?
¿Qué carajo?
So diehard.
Tenemos un problema. Mierda, granada!
Nice distraction, Jay. A bit dramatic.
You're welcome. I'm going upstairs. He's got Andres.
Shit. Okay, I'm on my way.
The moving hair is crazy. God damn, dude.
Oh my god. Even the way her hair was moving during the
The blood splatter on the wall right from her face.
Jeff Poole Jr. says, this looks like it took a lot of people to make.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, get that slow-mo.
Oh, God.
Hurts, right? Try wearing a bitch.
Oh, my God.
What a
great cutoff.
What a
Might not feel
cut.
like it, but these are your glory days.
This is insane, man.
The salad years, you know? Nothing is gonna beat who you are now.
Dude.
You can't
What's
see
that
all the
gonna
fucked
be?
up shit that's looming on the horizon.
I'm having a good
Enjoy
time.
this, dude.
Yeah.
If this right now was all that there is, all the time, it would be perfect. Trust me.
Fuck yeah.
There's no way it's been 27 minutes.
There's no way.
It's 12:27.
Dude, what a reveal there.
Yeah.
Just what a reveal.
November 19th. Can't come soon enough.
We were waiting to see a different date at the end.
That was the fastest 27 minutes of it.
Wow.
Come on.
That was 27 minutes of Grand Theft Auto 6. Definitely check out Cyberpunk Edge Runners as well. It's really, really good.
It's really good.
Oh, man. That was our live reaction to it. Two of us for the very first time. Two of us for the second time.
Hell yeah.
What's going on with that, Greg?
Are we right into it, or are you doing a break for
We're going to
Gamescast,
do a
or
break
what
at
are
the
we
end of
doing?
Gamescast, but you want to give just a pitch so people know what's going
If
on?
you didn't know, yeah, Andy and I secretly, covertly went to Scotland, Edinburgh,
Edinburgh.
to sit there, go to Rockstar North, hang out with Rob Nelson, co-head of the studio, and fucking just talk about this game for 3 hours. We watched that, and then we got to see them play GTA in a way that was us asking questions and going, wait, what was that? Oh, sure. And they put it in reverse and go over the, hey, can you go do that? Yeah, we can do that. What if you did X, Y, and Z? Oh, sure, we'll show you. We did that for 3 hours.
Shoot a dude in the head, the glasses go through the body. Glasses went clip through the body, write that down. Fucking cool shit. It was
We'll give you the whole rundown when we get back.
The whole rundown on the Kind of Funny Gamescast coming up right now. We'll be right back. Remember enjoying those iconic red, white, and blue freezer pops in the summer? Now, imagine that flavor reinvented as an energy shot. Introducing the Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot, a flavor explosion of sweet cherry, zesty lime, and electric blue raspberry that all comes blasting together for a seriously refreshing shot. Ignite your taste buds with the flavor of the summer. Get a Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com. This episode's brought to you by Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy. Sip the freeze pop inspired flavor explosion. If you want to get our shows ad-free and our exclusive shows, go to patreon.com/kindafunny. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Kinda Funny Gamescast for Thursday, August 27th, 2026. Of course, I'm your host, Tim Geddes. I am joined today by making his way to the stage, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Good day, Tim.
Gotta get some chicken?
Yeah.
I get it. It's about that time. And joining us as well, it is Greg Miller.
Hi, Tim.
And Andy Cortez.
Hey.
Such a pregnant pause. I wasn't sure what was going on. I'm sorry.
These two men here got to see way more of Grand Theft Auto 6.
They call us the
than
Scotland
we
boys.
did.
They call us the Scotland boys.
The two of us right here, me and Bless, all of you, we just watched the Netflix presentation of Grand Theft Auto 6, 27 minutes of GTA 6. But Greg and Andy got to actually go to Scotland and see so much more hours of Grand Theft Auto 6. They have 27 pages of transcripted notes from what went down. This was an adventure unlike any other, Greg, correct?
That's right, Tim. Yes, it's unlike anything I've done probably in my nearly 20 years now of doing this professionally, but it was quite the trip. Hard to keep a lid on.
The most NDA'd thing we've ever been a
I
part
took
of.
it so seriously, I didn't even tell Jordan Midler, who lives in Scotland, that we were in his home country and that he should come hang out with us.
And you couldn't go to Mike Drucker's show?
I took it so seriously, I didn't even go to Mike Drucker's show that happened to be in Edinburgh at the same time we were.
Yeah, no.
Did I still go to see Steve Burns live? I did see Steve Burns live.
Okay.
There I rolled the dice, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I love that. Lucid Dream says, why in the world didn't Blessing go? And the legitimate answer is that I lost the game show.
And Andy won Kind of Funny Game Showdown, winning the opportunity to preview Grand Theft Auto 6.
And again, we talk a lot about Kind of Funny in the industry at large. And you're an audience member, you're listening or watching this right now, you have your own interpretation of Kind of Funny. The fact that I had to interrupt my vacation at a no-service Quebec lake to talk to Rockstar about some opportunity they want to talk about, and for them to say, we want to send you, and we know we have to send Andy because they watched Game Showdown. They knew, or not even Game Showdown, Kind of Feudy. They'd watched Kind of Feudy. They knew that Andy won the preview. He had to come.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So cool. And again, thank you so much to the thousands of people watching us right now and to the thousands of people that watch us all the time. It is because of your support that we get amazing opportunities like this. So thank you so much for letting us be part of your lives. And we have
more than 10,000 watching right now.
More than 10,000 of you. Thank you for that. We have a hell of a show for you today because we're going to talk about everything we just saw and everything that Andy and Greg saw.
And that's the thing. This is a big super chat show. Again, like we will stay here and go through the copious amounts of notes we have, the transcript we have. We can answer your questions. I saw people tell me someone asked about performance mode. Oh, we asked about PlayStation 5 Pro. We asked about GTA Online. We might not have answers, but we asked. God damn it.
We have the answers they're giving at this moment in time. So yeah, any questions you have about GTA 6, what you saw, what you didn't see, please super chat them in and we'll get to them throughout the show because this is the Kind of Funny Gamescast. If you're watching live, do the super chats like I just said. Remember, we couldn't do this without our Patreon supporters over there. So shout out to our producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, Delaney the Psalm Twining, and Lax Nomad. For now, let's begin with the topic of the show. I know Greg and Andy got to see it, and they're all hyped up, and they've been cooped up for so long now. Haven't been able to talk about
so
this.
glad neither of us fucked it up.
But I want to talk to Blessing first.
You guys talk
Blessing,
about this,
I think that Grand Theft Auto, when I think of it, I think of you.
Yeah.
What did that do for you?
When I went out to get the chicken, I looked at Roger, and Roger's like, dude, that was crazy, wasn't it? I'm like, I looked at him and I was like, I don't know how to go out there and not just absolutely glaze this game. Like, everything in my soul, like, I'm watching this, I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so happy with everything I just saw. I don't even know where to start. I'll start at the beginning. Opening this up with Pop Bottles by Lil Wayne and Birdman. I love, that's one of my favorite Lil Wayne songs. And so, like, excellent choice. The opening of you going to this place and like all the interactions you're having in this what was probably like a 6 to 7 minute sequence here. I love how well this set the tone for what the vibe of this story is going to be, and also the different types of Miami the different types of Vice City that you're going to experience in this game, whether it be, like you're in this drug den and then also later on you're on the rooftop bar hanging out with these old people that are giving you these missions. I love seeing the variety there, all the different gameplay sequences we're seeing. I'm seeing all the small things of how refined certain systems are when we open up the weapon wheel and then it switches over to like more of a clothing wheel and being able to kind of change what your face covering is in real time there. I think that's super cool. I'm somebody who's played so much GTA Online, and so over time they kept adding in things because there are like, all right, we want to give people the ability to change their face covering in real time. So hold the touchpad. Now we're going to open up a mini menu. Now you go over here and do this, this, and this, and this. It got so tedious over time in GTA Online to see how much they've integrated certain mechanics here to make it seamless and make it, okay, we know what we want to do from the get-go. I love seeing that stuff. The shooting looked great. The lighting looks amazing. The amount of licensed music playing throughout the entire thing and the great musical choices here. I loved listening to this trailer. man, that was such a fun 27 minutes, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. The hype is real. I am sufficiently blown away. Like
Same.
I am going into this. I was like, oh, I think I know what I'm in for. No, man, like this definitely is like, oh, I need to play this game. And like watching the first half of it, I was just blown away by the detail of it all. You know, him cleaning his shoe on the bed. I'm like, dude, they're just nailing so much of it. Seeing all of the graffiti everywhere. I'm loving this world of Vice City, and I am very impressed with how it looks and just seems like it feels. But there is a moment about 15 minutes into this where all of a sudden it looked so much fun. It looked like I wanted to play this game so bad, play all the different things that they were showing off, and I was so into that. You of course bring up the licensed music, but dude, shout out to the non-licensed music. Shout out to the amount of like the score of this game, like the main theme that they have and all the other synth stuff. Like, thank God this is set in Miami, because that's the only excuse for them to have it sound this way.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is going to be the most cinematic gameplay experience ever.
Dude,
that speaks so loudly to me.
One of the things that really hit for me here is just the culmination of just Rockstar as a studio and where we started and where we're at now, where you're going on certain missions that you always go on in GTA. Oh, I'm sitting in the back of a car and now I'm shooting out the car at other things. Oh, I'm driving the car while other people are leaning out the window. And I'm seeing certain things that are such parallels to the games that I was playing in the early 2000s between GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. And being able to identify, man, we were doing all the same things back then, but look how good they look now.
Yeah.
And look how refined they've gotten now, let alone a lot of the Red Dead talk that me and Greg had on KHD talking about, all right, how much of that is going to feed into this game? One, the thing that you're talking about, Tim, which is, man, this just looks like a fun gameplay experience, whether it's you're jumping off buildings, getting to all these different races, driving all these different
down the
vehicles.
helicopter.
Like, of course, GTA is way more of a fast-paced, action-y game than Red Dead is for a lot of parts of it. But then also seeing parts where you kind of do get that hint of Red Dead, whether it be how like interesting the story seems. Like, there is a level of characterization and performance in the characters that has me involved in ways that go beyond how much I liked the GTA 5 story. Like, this looks like it might deliver on a Red Dead level as far as narrative. And then even the little things of hold R1 to smoke the cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, the random actions that you have here, I'm really interested to see how far that stuff goes.
Greg.
Hi, Tim. Where do you want to begin?
I don't know. What's the first
I think
thing you want to say?
Let's just piggyback off of what you're talking about right now, because I think it's a great way to open up where we're going and what kind of GTA we're getting here. Again, Andy and I saw the same thing you all saw, and then 2.5 hours, I guess, of them just playing and answering questions and talking through us. We were sitting there with Rob Nelson, head of development and co-studio head of Rockstar North. And again, it was 2 PR person, Rob, and then a dev behind him playing, but it was Rob is the one talking, and I have copious quotes and things and stories and
Rob
tidbits.
was playing.
Well, you're right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
behind him they were capturing. They were like putting down the things that were wrong. I'm immediately wrong. It never happened. Yes.
Were they playing on a base PS5 with you?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, they're playing on the dev kit,
Dev
right?
kit, but it was a base.
Yes,
Yes.
this was a base PS5. But to piggyback off of, this is a thing designed for you, of Red Dead and what you're seeing here and what you're doing with it, right? I'm lucky that I'm old and I've done this a lot. And I remember going to that first GTA 4 preview, and that was so early in my IGN career, right? But I'm GTA 3, GTA 2 coded. Like, these games mean so much to me. And I remember going to that preview. And I remember going to GTA 5. And now being here for GTA 6 in this preview, and you could toss in the Red Deads because I previewed those as well back throughout my career. And the way Rockstar seemed like they wanted to be so siloed and just be a brand. The shocking thing for me about this preview that we got to go do was the idea of how much humanity they wanted to show. And not us going through the studio and meeting every person and going to a mocap stage and none of that. But Rob talking about it openly, honestly, talking about the things they're doing in this game that they think might alienate some GTA players, but they want this to have a voice, and they want this to be. On Games Daily, we read the article from IGN, right? Ultimately, it sounds like Rockstar is making a much more nuanced and interactive game. Ding, ding, ding. This is a GTA that is going to be so interactive and so responsive. And when we were going through and talking about all these different things, one of the quotes I start with is this. We're talking about Red Dead. We're talking about those systems. And Rob's answer / conversation, this is a little bit from what we had, okay? we're definitely aware of the way that Red Dead Redemption 2 resonated or didn't resonate with people because of its pacing. It either worked for some people or it didn't, and we have to be okay with that, right? But we committed to that approach, and there was so much of that we loved. Those roleplay elements that we really felt got in the way, we got in a way that we hadn't had before. And so we wanted to bring that stuff into this game, but not lose the pace that we need to maintain this game. They are different games. And one of the things they kept talking about in that vein was bringing those elements in to a degree. Bringing all of this in, but not having it cross that Rubicon where now it's kind of annoying. Where this still is a video game. You nailed it just watching it, right? That you're getting that vibe of, this is still a game you're having fun playing. It's not going to be so pushing or grueling or this. I think a great example of that in this gameplay that speaks to me of how fucking cool this is, right? Is like, you are doing the Red Dead deal where you can have the sidearm, with you at all times or whatever. But if you have a big gun, like we're seeing the carbine or machine gun, M4 right here, right? That's going to be on your back and it'll always be visible. And the world's going to react to you walking around with a machine gun on your back, right? So when you don't want to do that or you want to have a lower profile or whatever, you have a loadout stored in your trunk of the car that you've registered as your car.
Just like your horse loadout.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's this idea of, hey, we're going to do a job right now. We're going to rob a jewelry store, a bank, just knock over this convenience store, right? Let's go to the car, open it up, load up for that. Put on the mask so that if somebody sees you, they have that description of you, which is up in the HUD, so that when that gets reported, if you take it off, it's one less thing the cops would know to look for on you. And it's this idea. Cool. It goes into this level of, if you take your car that you have registered that has your loadout to the job, right? They see you get out of it and then you have to abandon it at some point. They will impound your car and you have to go get your car out of that, right? So they were talking about parking blocks away, getting stealing a different car. That's your burner car.
I love that.
Drive your burner. They were talking about, okay, cool. Since we're going to wear the disguise, let's park outside the bank. Let's go inside the bank just dressed as Jason and Lucia and say, hey, how many security guards in here? What are we dealing with? When you're done with the job and the job goes off, cool. Now the cops know how I'm looking. There's this, there's up in the corner that there's a CCTV camera. All right, before we leave, let's go in the back room and erase the CCTV footage. Shit, this is a high-end jewelry store. It's gone to the cloud. We can't get, it's that minutia level of what you're doing and the choices you're making that, we didn't see a heist. We didn't see a story mission. Story stuff was what we saw here in the Netflix presentation. We saw going into random stuff. They were so keen, thank God, to show emergent gameplay. And these experiences that you're going to see that maybe other people won't say. And I did say to them, I'll believe it when I see it, that nobody else saw this. Because we had an amazing moment where they were walking like, all right, let's just rob this gas station. We're here, all right? And literally walks up, give me on, and then they got hit on the back of the head by another person who showed up to rob the fucking league. So now Lucia turned around and shot that person, and then it was like,
and the cashier goes, another one? Like, there's two people robbing the fucking store.
And so if that's like actually happening, and that's not an IGN's preview or whoever, we don't even know who else got to see this. Who else went to Scotland? We know it was a small group because we weren't all together. These are individual trips for outlets. I don't know, but it was
only me and Greg. Yeah, some people asked how many people were there. It was just me and Greg in the room with them as they were playing this. We saw the thing, and then it was, all right, hands on the stick, let's go. We'll play for you. And just ask us any questions, and we'll just kind of drive around, do whatever the hell you want.
Andy Cortez, you won Kind of Feudy.
Yeah,
you
dude.
won the preview opportunity. You got to go to Scotland and do it. What is the first thing you want to talk about?
First off, thanks to Bless for creating Kind of Feudy. It starts with you.
I'm happy it was you.
It starts with you. It was awesome. Greg gave me the news during our Halo marathon stream. And so it was just having to keep it under wraps and I have to not mention anything. But it was, super exciting to be able to go over there and, you walk in and it's like, all right, give us your cell phones. And it's like, yeah, privacy is security. They are to the gill, and it was just really awesome to see a developer, co-head of the studio who worked on Red Dead Redemption 2 and has been there since I forget what GTAs, but has been at Rockstar for a long time. Rob Nelson has been there for a very long time. To just hear how much of a shit that every person under this roof gives.
Yeah.
Everybody here cares so much about this thing, and it has to be fucking perfect. And yes, we could work on it for the next 5 years. We could keep on working on it and nailing down every little mistake and getting bothered by that little thing. And I'm trying to walk to the ATM, but Lucia's in the way. Can you write that down? Can you make sure that Lucia needs to know to move out of the way when I'm going up to the ATM? Little things like that, and seeing kind of the game development happen in real time was so cool and so special. But it was just an awesome experience to be able to see, to be able to be inside of a building that is like kind of hallowed grounds, where like Greg was mentioning, we've talked to a lot of developers. I don't know of anybody who really talks to a lot of Rockstar devs.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome to kind of see it happen in front of us and to be able to just ask whatever the hell we wanted. And while they're playing this really special video game that we've all been looking forward to for damn near a decade now. So it was really cool.
To toss more context that way, first off, according to the GTAfandom.com wiki, Rob joined Rockstar Toronto circa 2005 as a producer, credited on Grand Theft Auto 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, Grand Theft Auto 5, also credited on Warriors, Manhunt 2, Bully, Red Dead Redemption. You get the gist. He's been around and done all of it. But to go back to that, I've done this a lot of times, and it's never been like this. All those other previews I've told you about that I went and did were me and Hillary or whoever from IGN with Rockstar PR. Like, I've never interfaced. I've never seen a demo. I've never had a presentation from a Rockstar dev, let alone the studio head, right?
Yeah.
And to how closed Rockstar has been in the past, remember, right around GTA 5 when we were still at IGN, I went to New York and interviewed Dan Houser. And it was the only time in my IGN career where everyone cared. I was in multiple meetings with the heads of the site, degrees of, what about this? Ask about that. Like, I was going to fucking interview the fucking president or something. Like, that was that level of a deal because they were /are maybe just that closed off. So to be brought over there and have it not be a dog and pony show. I was open with Andy and I was open with Jen, who are the only people I didn't even tell Tim, of like, hey, like, this might be smoke. It might be a waste of time. It might be we go all the way over there and we just get to see the unfinished Netflix presentation and ask some questions.
As we're at dinner the prior night, Greg's like, dude, there's a great chance it's just a big waste of time. Like, it's cool to be here.
Editorially, obviously relationships and seeing a studio, but I was prepared for, before you even get to the Netflix watch thing, we're going to show you the studio for an hour. Here's the mocap stage, here's a microphone, here's whatever. And it's like, that's all cool, but that's not great for this kind of content. I did that at Insomniac for Wolverine. It didn't make it in any of my previews, right? Oh, we got to see the 3D sound room. It's just not how we preview games.
And shout out to Greg for setting my expectations that low, because he was like, well, first off, there was the predictions of how long is this Netflix thing going to be, and we were like, ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of around the 10-minute mark, and Greg was like, yeah, probably that. And then I think we see maybe like 45 minutes of the game, and then maybe just like get shown stuff around the studio. And then to get that email later, then all right, we're going to watch the thing, and then we'll show you the game for, close to 3 hours. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
How is this going to go down?
We got there, and like we said, we turned over our phones to security, and then I was ready for the studio tour. No, we walked up to the third floor. We went in a conference room. They shut the door. They had food and drinks. We did it for 3 hours with one bathroom break. They're like, all right, see you later. It took us back down, and we left. And it got your phone back. And it was like, damn, that's what we want out of a game like this. And again, I think what's so interesting about this preview paired with what we just saw on Netflix is how you're so excited, Tim, based on what you saw from the Netflix, right?
Yeah.
But I think if we were on the outside without context and there was no preview attached to it, we wouldn't know what the HUD meant, right? We could guess, obviously. We're not silly, stupid people. I kind of am, and I play dumb really well, apparently. But like, you can get so much more in the weeds of what it all means. Like, focus is such a cool thing. They didn't even talk about criminal profile in this. The relationship between Jason and Lucia, yes, they can fall out of love. You cannot be in love, but they are still intertwined in this Bonnie and Clyde story, right? They wouldn't tell us what
I'm going to stay in love, guys. I'm telling you.
I'm
I'm
for
making it
sure
all
staying.
the way.
Okay, first off,
Trust me.
let's just
Ain't no
Can we
fall-
just for a
Hey,
second?
Ain't no falling out of love with Lucia.
Yeah. No, man.
You know what I
think
mean?
that's bad? Let me tell you this
Man.
story. Let me tell you this story.
Come on.
It's popping up and they're doing this thing and they show her doing the workout, right? And I'm like, all right, so yeah, one of my questions, like in the Netflix thing, we see her pumping iron or whatever. Are we back to having, you can get fat, you can be fit? He's like, yeah, it's back in the game. He's not like obscenely, but like you do all this stuff. He's like, let's go to the gym right now. And he went in there and he checks into the front desk because this is all just a fucking sim. Checking at the desk, then goes in, changes into workout clothes, which you can only imagine. And then he's like, what?
Go to the locker room.
Yeah. Then he goes, not in front of the people. And then he goes out into the equipment. He's like, what exercise do you want to do? And me and Andy are like, oh, whatever. And he grabs squats. And you are just squatting.
Crazy.
I'm like,
It was crazy.
this lady, this
crazy.
fucking lady,
I
this
don't know if you see
lady.
it. It's in the live channel on YouTube. They have like the auto blocker. One person put in there, "Blessing loves Latinas," and it got blocked out. I'm gonna need you to allow that. Thank you, Aaron.
The PS5, the core PS5 almost crashed just trying to render all of it. It was crazy. Just Lucia, just that, it was awesome. But the tech behind it all, seeing all of it running in real time was pretty nuts. I was able to kind of glean that it was running at 1440p, which was then likely up-res to the 4K OLED TV that we were watching this on. 30 frames per second, like you would expect on the PS5. It's what the whole Netflix thing was. And yeah, the questions about the working out and all that stuff, and then even getting the question, as I'm watching them, and then they're talking about taking breaks, and if you're the character, yeah, you would want to go to sleep after this or whatever. And then I go, do you have to sleep in this? And he goes, good question, because I'm sure you're probably going to ask me. And I feel the same way. It was kind of annoying when Arthur Morgan wouldn't sleep a lot, and he starts kind of stumbling around. He's just like, he's walking around like very tired looking because his sleep meter, he hasn't gotten enough rest. So you don't have to sleep, but you might get some perks or whatever. But if you don't sleep enough, you will get eye bags. It's like, of course you get eye bags.
Rob's quote, of course, is you don't have to sleep. You'll get bags under your eyes, and your regens of stamina and health won't be as quick if you don't sleep for a couple of days. But we're not doing the animation stuff that we did with Arthur. I hated seeing people's sad, tired, hungry-looking Arthur all stooped over.
Andy, I have to ask you, because I'm sure you asked, what's up with the PS5 Pro? What's up with 60 frames per second? What's up with any enhancement?
Great question. We are not ready to talk about PS5 Pro enhancements because they are still working on the game.
Andy Cortez, are there any specifics on playing better on PS5 Pro? Rob Nelson. That one, I think we'll probably have to follow up on in terms of what we got, and all that stuff is still kind of settling. But this is base PS5.
Yeah, base PS5.
Did they talk about modes at all? Like, is there a performance mode for base PS5?
They weren't ready for any of that.
No.
Sadly. I know.
Yeah,
this looks great regardless.
Of course.
But man, I love performance.
I'll just go ahead and say this. If 60's on your mind, get it out of your mind.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It's like, this is what we are able to do on this PS5. It looks this fucking incredible, and it's running really, really smoothly, and, that's how it's going to look, and that's how it's going to run on this base PS5. Because they mainly haven't even started, at the time, hadn't really looked into a whole lot of optimizing for the PS5 Pro in terms of, like, can we maybe get a 40 frames? There was none of that discussion, which is a bummer. Like, Of course I would love more frames.
They win games, I hear.
Yeah. Now, would the game look like this if we were getting 60? Probably not. Definitely not. And a lot of it, what they were mentioning, the current gen of consoles, the reason why they were so excited about the current gen of consoles is what they were able to do using the memory on board for all of the NPCs, because there's so much taxing work being done in the background on all of the NPC, like this NPC goes to work at this time and gets like all of those calculations.
Because before this we were talking about how Rockstar has a studio that is just making NPCs. Does that shine through? Like how dynamic do they behave? What detail do we get?
I mean, this was another big one of like, if this is real, which I have no reason not to believe, but you know what I mean? But like our demo, again, of them playing was no missions. It was, let's wander the open world and get into shit. And one of the things they did with Jason when he was wandering around is wander the boardwalk and then be a dick to people. Like, you know, you're just holding L2 to interact with people. And so you have the choices of how you say what you do.
The Arthur Morgan thing of just hold L2 and whenever you're walking by and someone goes, howdy, and you can hold L2 and go, hey there, or fuck off, or whatever. You know, like it's the same thing.
One guy was live streaming on his phone and grabbed Jason and interviewed him, and they got to pick the responses. And then, it kind of goes south, and he was being a dick to him. And it's like, that is happening. That is going, let alone, like I talked about the robbery at the convenience store and then getting another robber who comes in and it sets that off. It seems insane. Not in the same way Fable does of, I know everybody's name and they have a relationship to me, but in terms of the world is just doing its thing. And that was when me and Andy were, you know, catching up afterwards and on the ride home. That was the conversation I had about it, where it's like, I hope we get as much time for review and obviously after the fact, because this, more than I think most RPGs I play, which I adore, and you know that's my genre, right? And I'd love to come back and talk about this in a second.
Love the NPCs.
Is the idea that I just want to exist in this world.
Yeah.
For 2.5 hours, they just walked around and the most interesting shit happened. And they're finding cars and being like, oh, this is a great car. I want to fleece it for money. Oh, this is a great car. I want to keep it. I need to go register. This is a car I want to go trick out at the body shop. And even though any body shop can fix my car up or whatever, there are specific body shops that are like, this is the hot rod body shop. Let's go there and get the best shit and kit for it.
Customizing the car was straight up like when you are editing a car in Forza. It went that deep with all of the different car parts, because one of my questions was Red Dead Redemption 2. I know some people will know life that game by just hunting, where there are, and similar, GTA 5 had, you could play tennis or you could do golf or whatever the hell. And maybe those weren't the deepest, most substantive experiences or whatever, but some people play the shit out of Red Dead just to hunt because it is such a cool experience to put the bait out for carnivores or whatever and mask your scent and try to get the really rare whatever. Like, what is this game's version of that? And it seems like they feel like a lot of racing and car customization is GTA's version of that, where you can kind of know life GTA 6 by just doing car stuff, by
that's exactly
finding that one car. Some cars will have the oh god, what's it called? Like the no jack or
low jack. No, this I thought was such a cool thing. If I could jump in.
Go ahead.
Like when you're approaching cars, you can obviously steal any car, right? And you saw it in the thing of Smash the Window, Slim Jim it or whatever, right? But they showed walking up like one of the apps or whatever on your phone you're using to look at cars, and it will show you of like, does it have a tracker? Does it have a security system? Does it have all this different stuff? So there's different ways you have to get into the car, right? But then like trackers, if it's you steal it and it's a high end car, the tracker's based on speed. So you steal these really high end cars and you have to fucking floor it. Otherwise, the tracker thing fills in and then alerts the police and brings them to where you are.
It's just like speed.
Hell
You
yeah.
have to
You
stay
gotta
above
keep it above this thing, so it's like a game on top of a game. And like when you scan it, you see how much it would be to register to your garage. You see how much it would be if you went and sold it to somebody else, right? And they were doing side mission stuff that was like, this garage is already looking for these kind of cars. There was stuff to go do that way or whatever.
And when the guns are yours, they act very much like Arthur Morgan's hat.
Yeah.
Where anytime you get knocked or punched in Red Dead Redemption 2, you'll drop your hat, and if you leave it there, you think it might be gone, but it's always going to be in your menu whenever you get back on your horse. And you could just always re-equip the hat, and it's never like something that's ever fully lost. The guns are the same way. When they belong to you, when they are like purchased and owned by you, if you happen to lose them somewhere, they are still like in your gun library or whatever inside of your vehicle.
It looks like GameSpot got to go as well. They have a bunch of headlines up too. I want to shout out to y'all is GTA 6 maps 3 times bigger. A GTA 6 playthrough can last roughly 80 hours. Did y'all talk about size?
Fucking cowards. I asked about how long it was in playtest, and they beat around the bush. They didn't give me a full thing. So that makes sense. But I mean, that makes perfect sense in terms of that hours, because I think it could go so much longer than that. And for so many people, it will. Just being, we're going to wander around and see what you can get into and how it goes.
Another one they have here is GTA 6 returns to 6-star wanted levels. That was a pretty fun pop-off moment there. And the Netflix thing, did they talk about that at all?
They talked a lot about how it works and how it's going to build and what it's going to do. One of the cool things, I think, is the removal of cops on the radar. Like they're kind of getting, so you have that GPS, but when the stars are popping off, right, you have that lit up radius of where the cops are searching for you, but you don't see them on your radar. Instead, they really want you using focus. Focus is going to be a big part of this, similar to the Red Dead games, right? We saw it in the top left corner of what we were doing. You had a health bar with a heart, and then you had an eyeball that's focus. In gameplay of whatever, you have the idea that we saw at the very end, and I saw you react to it, where it goes into slow-mo, right? And hey, there's a red dot on his head and then a bunch of yellow dots on his extremities. We can get back to that in a second because I think it's important. But in the car version, when you're driving around, you hit focus and you kind of not X-ray the walls, but you see like heat signatures. They're like, oh, there's a red dot or a red blur over there, so there's gonna be a cop that way. Let's jerk the wheel here to get out. And
they didn't want it to be just like playing Pac-Man, looking at the radar and knowing like there's 3 cops there, there's 2 cops here. They wanted you to like it to be more involved.
So you get a pause here. The red dot on that one there, I think, is that cop's sonar dart. And then your thing, there is a red dot there. That cop, that saw you. He's chasing you. This is a story mission versus being out in the open world and doing stuff. But up here on the top right, this is the other thing we're talking about. Of you see a car there, you see a face, you see a hangar, you see the 2 people, right? This is them telling you what the cops know about you. So it knows your car, it knows what you look like, it knows what you're wearing, it knows who you're with.
That is such a cool system. Like that's such a
amazing.
Great...
And you put the mask on, and then the face disappears.
Yeah. And so we did like the Captain America thing of like they pulled over, they put the hat and sunglasses on, and it was like, okay.
You go to your car and you change your outfit because you happen to have you put a backup suit in there. You change your outfit, the little clothing icon disappears,
and get out.
And now you are less likely to be seen, and you could, with a wanted level, still kind of walk around and be okay. But if you happen to have an AK on your back, then people are like, whoa, what the people like react to you so realistically. It's so badass, man. Like,
so with that, like the kind of energy and vibe, we talk about the difference between the Grand Theft Auto games being, satirical and, video gamey, both from a gameplay perspective, but then also just presentation. Red Dead, very, very different than that. This seems leaning so much further into that Red Dead side in terms of like the realism and interactivity. And if you have a big gun, you're going to get in trouble and like all that stuff. With how realistic it looks and stuff, like watching it, did it kind of feel like there's still game here? Or was it like, oh, we're kind of pushing into that
role playing,
the role playing of violence?
I think one thing that gives them the out is that you are throughout this whole journey, you are a couple on the run. This will not be a game where you are buying houses, buying this and that.
Interesting.
Your identity, you are wanted by the law.
Big question I had when they showed the social media stuff with the guy streaming in the trunk. I'm like, are we making our own content? And Rob looked at me, he's like, no, you're on the run.
You can't show yourself.
What a great way to frame everything that's happening in this game, right? Of like what Jason and Lucia are up against, right? And that was something they didn't want to get into, but they talked a lot about the economy of the game, right? And I have quotes about it, but top level, one of the things they were saying was, you are trying to earn a certain amount of money at certain points in the game to get out of whatever you're into. And even in one of the things we saw in the Netflix presentation is Lucia talking about like, could he help us get out of, you know what I mean? I don't know exactly what's gone wrong. I don't know who they owe money to, but clearly they're on the hook for something that you're building up to. Because Andy had a great question of like, what are we earning money for? And he was that was, or what are we spending money on? I should say. Sorry, let me try to find it in my notes here. Yeah, hey, I'm going to bring in just an interesting. Andy Cortez says, "What are you spending all this money on?" Rob says, "That's an interesting question. You can spend it on yourself, or you can use it to help Jason and Lucia get through their predicament." And so this is another thing that I really liked in the way we started playing with in Red Dead 2, and that was the tension between me as a player and what I want. I want to buy cool cars and I want to make myself look cool, but I also should give money to my camp and my family so that this game is a similar thing. Do I want to spend it all on cool shit, or do I want to use it to help these characters along? Hopefully a nice balance of things to spend it on and feel maybe more meaningful than they have before. And hopefully you play the game a ton and just make a ton of money and spend it all. That's a new sort of thing. It's purpose for this money. And we're really trying, I think, more than ever to balance the economy and payouts for things like missions. I was watching my son play Grand Theft Auto 5. He finished it and he's going around with Trevor and he has like $32 million. And that was the end of 5. He finished it and was like, fuck, where do I spend all this money? I don't think our teams were necessarily as interconnected and joined up as they were following the balancing. It's like the mission team doing this and then was turning the payouts and the mission into others. And so you kind of didn't need to necessarily engage with the stuff in the open world as much because of what you got from the missions. This is not the case with this game. You have to go and do some stuff and go and do some of this stuff, even at some points to move things forward. We're trying to find the balance right, but it's the first time we've really done that. There's lots of ways to make money, but to try and encourage people to do this stuff in between the missions because there's so much action to be had and fun to be had in the world.
Dude, that solves so much of what we talk about when you're talking about like, what's the next step for a Rockstar open world or a GTA open world? And one of the things when in talking about recent open world games, I'll use Breath of the Wild as an example of everything you do feels like it matters because it contributes to the overall goal. This sounds like a GTA game where everything you do matters because it contributes to the overall goal of having money to spend on your people or buy the shit that you're trying to buy and move things forward.
And really big news, can you use your own real world money to buy shit in the game? No monetizations in this game.
I asked him point blank, is there AI use in this game? No AI in this game.
Oh.
To this point, though, the only person I've talked in depth about this game to at Kind of Funny is Roger, because I knew he wanted to be on content, right? And he had asked me, like, did they show heists? Are there heists in the game? And of course they didn't. We were just running around the open world. I don't know. I'm not saying there aren't bigger missions and yada story stuff, but for what we saw, I didn't see that. But what I was trying to express to him is like, everything here is a heist. At least the way I think I'm going to approach the way they approached of, let's go case the jewelry shop. Okay, cool. You're just there to steal it. And so, yeah, we can smash all the glass and get all the coins and the gems and the things out and put them in our pocket and go. But in the back, there's safes. And so you get into the safe and now, guess what? There's a combo on the safe. Shit, we got to look around the thing for the combination while the sirens are getting louder. The CCTV has seen us. Are we deleting that footage? Are we like... There are all these little choices that I feel, even though this is just robbing a gas station, it feels like more thought out than ever before in terms of, I'm sure there's got to be giant heists and things you plan for, but these little ones were scratching the itch of like, especially when you talk about the burner cars. I was like, yep, I'm going to park 2 blocks away, put on all the shit, put on my mask, steal that car, go, do that thing.
I think one of the things that we've talked about in the last decade is about how GTA Online is going to affect the next GTA. And as I hear you guys talk about it, I think the way that it's panned out has been so cool because you're talking about it being a game where it's like you're not really going to buy houses like that. You're not going to do XYZ thing. Yeah. And I feel like those are all things that they can now get away with because GTA Online, whenever they get to that, well, you're probably going to be buying houses. You're probably going to be doing so much of that traditional GTA stuff because it fits better in that environment, allowing them to do more radical things with the single player game.
We have to go from there. Did you talk about GTA Online at all?
I asked several times.
Did you ask about PC?
Oh, man.
I asked a lot about GTA Online. They would not budge on saying there was like nothing. We're not talking about that right now.
The whole thing Greg would do is like, and it'd be great to play GTA Online in December. And that wouldn't happen, man. I can't wait to play GTA Online in February. It's just like he just kept pushing the muscle. Just kept on being met with like a no.
Yeah, the one that here my transcript is me. What's going on with GTA Online? I'm waiting for no comment, but I had to ask. Rob points to the screen. This is all I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Hey, that makes a lot of sense.
One thing I do want to say, I talked about smashing the thing. Barrett, can we show our exclusive screenshot?
Oh,
they get Kind of Funny.
I was about to say IGN got an exclusive shot.
Kind of Funny has an exclusive screenshot. I put in assets this morning alongside a boatload of other screenshots they had put in there, or whatever.
It's me and Greg in the game.
We're T-pose broken. We look terrible. That would be the one I would like.
Yeah.
I would like that a lot if I could have gotten that screenshot.
It's a funny file, so I'm going to have to play around with it.
All right, fine. We'll get to it a bit.
Oh, it's probably like one of them fucking...
Why did Matthew McConaughey come up there? Strange times. Strange times to live it in.
Oh, man. Dude, y'all are getting me even more hyped.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, that's the thing that worked. And one of the things I still haven't talked about is Criminal Profile. Yeah, this is Kind of Funny's exclusive screenshot.
Wow.
If I see this anywhere else, I'm fucking fighting people. All right.
I was here.
I ended up asking if, off the top of their head, what are some things that they're, like, is there a factoid you could say when people would go like, Mario back in the day was, 800 triangles. Now he's this or whatever. Is there a factoid like that? And he was like, no, not really like off the top of my head, but that the NPCs were the thing that is one of the things that they are like obviously most excited about. And then I got to those emergent gameplay things, right? And I'll never forget the first time in either GTA 4 or GTA 5. Help! Somebody help! And then you go up there, and then they lead you into a room, and suddenly there's people with guns. It's like, oh shit! Wow, this is cool. This feels like it's only happening to me. And then I play Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's suddenly like, wow, they have really amped all of this up. And the question was, how do you feel like your approach has been for this game? They're like, well, we are just like going all out with that. We want so many of these moments to feel like you've only experienced that. We only want you to feel like you've experienced that thing one time only. We're like, that they are just going so insanely deep with the amount of random moments that can happen in this game. As we're driving down the highway and there's a helicopter.
My most, oh my God, that's rad, and most disappointing moment of this thing. So Rob he stole some super sports car, a hot rod, and wanted to take it to the specialized hot rod shop, which was clear across the map. So he gets on the highway, it's night, we're ripping down, we're going, and we're driving, and you see this police cop over here on the side, spotlight down, and I can't quote it right because I had to ask him if I heard right, but it was something to the effect of like, everyone stay in your homes, there's been a report of a furry in the area. And he's like, I'm taking it. I'm like, did they just say furry? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, can we please see whatever the fuck's going on? He was like, yeah, sure, okay. But then it was we're on a highway. It's like, shit, how do I get off?
He's like, where's the exit?
I'll go to the front. It suddenly becomes your dad on vacation when you really have to go to the bathroom. He's like, I'll get off here. And then they got off, and then something happened.
Oh, it loops me around that way? Fuck.
And then everybody was unoriented. I was driving, like, this isn't where it was. Like, fuck.
Was it back there? I think so. Like, all of us just trying to figure out where the fuck this helicopter was, because these events do stay there in the real world for a while. For as long as they were going back to it, I was expecting way earlier on for them to be like, it's probably gone by now. But they kept on driving around. So like, all right, that event, whatever is happening, that real world emergent thing is still probably happening way the hell back there. It's just a matter of us trying to look for it. And eventually we're like, man, we don't know where the hell it was. How did we lose that? And so that was one of those like, God damn it, the highway didn't have an exit. It took so long to find the exit. It was awesome.
I want to keep talking about Grand Theft Auto 6, everything that Greg and Andy got to see, and the Netflix thing, but we're going to do that after a quick word from our sponsors.
I'm going to pee. Is it one?
Remember enjoying those iconic red, white, and blue freezer pops in the summer? Now, imagine that flavor reinvented as an energy shot. Introducing the Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot, a flavor explosion of sweet cherry, zesty lime, and electric blue raspberry that all comes blasting together for a seriously refreshing shot. Ignite your taste buds with the flavor of the summer. Get a Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot today. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com. Is there anything that you didn't love?
No.
Yeah.
Was there anything you didn't love?
I didn't really love Jason's voice. I don't think it was a bad performance. I just don't think, like, it wasn't what I expected that character. I'm not even talking so much about the performance or the sound. It's more the energy.
Okay.
Like his character. I guess
could see
that's
that.
it. The Jason character wasn't really like, oh man, I'm so hyped on this. Meanwhile, incredibly hyped on Lucia.
That's the thing. I think I didn't even notice. There was a point where Jason started doing a thing. I was like, oh, Jason's here. I was so locked into Lucia.
Again, not a problem. It just definitely was something where almost every time we talked, I was just like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like I've been looking at these screenshots behind us for years now. We've seen little bits, and just this wasn't the energy I expected from the man.
One thing I did like a lot was just the hair. You know, even in this elevator shot, the dude that's leaning against the elevator door, you look at his hair, and I'm like, it all looks so good. There's the guy that they end up meeting. I forget if it's this guy in the back. Maybe not. A guy who has similar hair as that dude also shows up, and I'm like, man, it all is very well rendered, and when it's moving, looks really well animated. Like, there's the scene where Lucia falls down the stairs, and it's fucking whipping around like crazy.
Wild, yeah.
Very impressed by that, but I can see that for so many of the details in the game.
And dude, the details, like I remember when we first saw the trailer and we're seeing the like hairstyles and just the way that they moved, and it's like there's no way this game's gonna look this way though. And here we are, the game looks this way. Like it's so dang impressive to see all of the hair there. What are we talking
Hair's
about,
looking crazy. The graffiti was really impressive.
It's so impressive, and like that sounds like a silly thing, but it's like no, it's a standout. Yeah, like it really makes this feel like such a real world.
It's like, think about how much graffiti you see in video games where it's like, oh, I saw that 2 minutes ago over here, right? It's a copy and paste sort of thing. It all looks all looks different and all looks is very well rendered, like well put together.
Yeah.
There was a really cool moment where when you are obviously when we saw in that Netflix thing that Barrett was just showing, you can swap on the fly between the driver Lucia or the gunner Jason.
So cool.
Or if Jason's driving, Lucy would be the gunner and vice go back and forth. And my question was, thinking back to Grand Theft Auto 5, of like, can I ever see like Trevor or Franklin or Michael in the world as the other characters?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I try to like meet them up at the same point? Is that even possible? And in this, it absolutely is. You can drive as Lucia up to wherever Jason is. And when we found him, he was just kind of like at the corner of a street underneath like a little, kind of like a bench. And I'm not even sure what he was.
Like a bus stop.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bus stop, but it had like a little funny shape to it. And he was waiting there, and he can hop in the car if you want, and you could just drive with him, and he's just kind of chilling with you.
And then you can free swap to him there. So it's like that thing of like, on these missions or even just running around.
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot this. I want to drive. You can do that and vice versa.
And they're like, and the AI driving is very, very good. They know how to drive and handle well and not get into a bunch of crashes. So probably swap to the gunner and take out the vehicles a little bit better.
This scene, man.
Yeah, it was really, really cool and impressive.
Can I jump into one thing here?
Mm-hmm.
You talked about, we're referencing the Netflix link. One of the things I think is cool, the immersive line again, right? Tailored to your own thing. This mission, the one at the end when you're protecting the Telemundo, not Telemundo people, right?
Megamundo.
Thank you very much. One of the things they talked about is that they want this to be different, right? So Rob's quote when we're talking about all this, we try to make sure that you only see this stuff once and not everybody's going to see everything, so that people have different experiences. This one more than ever. And then we're trying whether we can go on missions to have them be a bit more open. You're going to see less fail screens. There are different ways to approach some missions wherever we can. That tower block mission, which we're watching right now, we saw in the video. There's a few ways out of there. There's not one.
That's awesome.
Sometimes things need to be linear to support the narrative, but now I'm no longer quoting, but where they can, they're like, cool, this didn't go the way you wanted to. Now it's more like we talk about in those stealth games.
Yeah.
Right? Where something goes wrong and it's not a fail screen. It's like, okay, shit, well now it's a shootout. You got to keep going.
Again, like this is so much of what we were talking about earlier on KHD when I'm talking about what I want out of GTA or what the evolution of it looks like. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? My game of the year currently is 007 First Light, and one of the big reasons is I love how malleable a mission feels in the moment of, oh, okay, I actually don't want to go this way. I want to go this way instead, or I want to climb over this thing as opposed to going down this way. I love the idea of being in a mission and going, fuck, now I need to chase this person. I can take the stairs or I can take the elevator. Like that's gameplay choice in a way that's meaningful to me. My question is, are there stats in this game? Is there a level of like, okay, you're this strong, this fast? Like, did they talk about that at all?
Yeah, as we were running, we leveled up for running. We leveled up our stamina because we were running.
Nice.
So there will be one of those, like, the more you do that thing, the more that skill or whatever gets leveled up.
It goes back to the workout thing. It's not like you're getting a stat thing of like, you're 98 strong or whatever. It's the fact that, okay, cool, you went and worked out today. So yeah, you are stronger. You get a buff, right? You'll see that kind of thing.
There was a part where I think he opened his fridge and he was like picking out a snack, and Greg, you pointed out some sort of like stat thing there. What's up with that?
If you go back and see it, you'll see, I forget what they are in that specific beverage, but you have like the stamina one, you have like the focus eye. Stamina is a lightning bolt. The eye is focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like all the RPGs we play where it's like you have a potion on you that's going to make you faster. You're going to have, you drink the Blitzberry smoothie, you're going to have more stamina, you're going to have more focus for whatever you're about to go do.
Gotcha.
So theoretically, you're about to go out on a big mission, right? Stop by the snack machine or whatever, the gas station, pop that to then go and make sure you have more focus to shoot and do all the stuff.
I want to shout out Honest Reggie has the Fleeka Bank magnet. Of course, the Fleeka Bank is the first bank that you do a heist on in online.
Oh,
like
cool.
the Fleeka job is what they call it. It's the 2-player tutorial heist.
You have buses will give you fast travel, or they also have like their version of Uber, which you can just hop into a car and in the back seat, bust out your phone and look at stuff.
Does it have like some kind of naughty name?
Boober?
Hell yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Phones are physical this time around. It doesn't take up the whole screen. You're looking at Jason, or Lucia on your phone. Really
cool thing. And Greg, I have word. This is an exclusive piece of news that I'm going to get to everybody.
Here we go, everybody.
It's probably not. Everybody probably asked about it or noticed it. But in the menus, you could change Jason or Lucia's walk speed.
Oh, I mean, that's a big thing to talk about. No.
Massive.
Again, like this push and pull they were talking about of what Red Dead was and what they want this to be and trying to meet that thing. We were talking about that, right? And Rob Nelson says, that's the stuff we're always trying to do. People being pissed off with quote unquote slow walking. I think options. We're trying to offer as many options as we can. You can set your movement speed, normal walk, fast, jog, etc. Looking at setting menu, that can then be your default. And it was one of those I haven't jotted down. I know in the chat way earlier, but I remember things because I love you. Kebabs asked about the UI and can you change that? I don't specifically know. He was Kebabs. They were talking about sizing, right? I don't specifically know. I imagine you can based on that comment. But earlier we called that the GPS, right? They made a big point of that. It's that it can be the old compass. It can be nothing. So it does really seem like they want you to go into GTA 6 and make it your own experience of what do you want. And that was what they were talking about of loosening the reins. We loved this stuff in Red Dead, but we know it kept some people away from the fun. How do we still have that here, but let you go in and change it yourself?
I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, and maybe you don't know because you don't have your hand on the sticks, but can you tap X to sprint?
See that I never thought to ask. Yeah, we never did.
Can you press square to do a weird jump?
It didn't seem like I didn't see or hear a lot of tapping. I didn't see a whole lot.
That's the thing,
No.
bro. Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Not even a square jump?
Oh, there was definitely some square jumps.
I mean,
Okay,
I mean tapping the,
Definitely some square jumps. Yeah.
Good. One question. In that first mission that we saw, there was an action that looked like it was you did a good thing or a bad thing.
Thank you. I've been trying to get back to Criminal Profile for a while, but I haven't had it. Criminal Profile is a thing in this game. Yes.
Season 3's out now. Criminal Profile.
Never missed it, right? I asked about this, right? Of like, I saw an angel pop up and then I saw the devil pop up. He's like, actually, you saw a devil with a halo and then just a devil pop up, right? Rob said, they all have devil horns. It's actually called your Criminal Profile. You're still a criminal. It's got to be GTA. Then Rob jumped into talking about the aspects of Red Dead Redemption 2 that we really liked playing with. Honor. And then he talks about honor and going on and what that meant to what your Arthur was, yada, 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 right? It's a very long answer that I want to jump to the GTA part of it, all right? Those kind of ideas, we sort of found our way to them in Red Dead Redemption 2. And so once we started adding in more choice about the way you approach situations in this game, I hope it gives your actions more meaning. It gives it more meaning if you want to beat the shit out of somebody, because you could have tried a different way first. Now aim your gun at somebody and tell them to hand over their money or get out of their car, and they have a chance to comply. You don't have to beat them. They may not comply, and then you have another decision to make. So it's levels, and that's where we're balancing it. If you go into a shop and just shoot somebody in the head, it will have an effect on your criminal profile. You didn't need to do that. You just need to say, tell me where the money is. Up to you, the type of criminal you want to be. It's levels of restraint. Basically, whether you're giving people a chance. It's fun to play with, but as we were working on it, it's a lot of, quote, why did I get that? I shouldn't have got that. That was so bad, end quote. So we're still balancing that and making it, he's talking about the fact of like, kicking a dog versus blowing up a school. Not really, but like, what's the balance of what it does to your profile? Yes, you've got the little thing when you pet the dog, but if you're sitting way down on the criminal profile, no amount of petting dogs is going to get you back up. The only thing that it's going to do is get you back up is exercising a bit of restraint on robberies and things like that. This enters into the focus conversation I talked about a while ago of you go into focus in a shootout, red is the kill shot, shoot him in the head and he's down, or Terminator 2 it. Shoot him in the yellow spots, the legs, the arms, right? Incapacitate that person. You're still a bad guy regardless, but it's a level of are you a mass murdering fucking psychopath Joker, or are you just trying to means to an end, get yourself out of whatever shitty situation you found yourself in?
You're talking about all these systems, right, to kind of account for, all right, you're not buying houses because you're on the run, right? Okay, you have this honor system because there are bad things you can do, but you can do even badder things and be a terrible person kind of thing. One of the things I think of when I think of GTA, especially classic GTA back in the day, is turning on the game and going, all right, I want to get into a police shootout. And so let me just kill some random NPCs to start the star level. That way I can like have the police chase me and just have the most base level of fun in the game. Do you feel like these things are sort of dissuading from playing the game like that? Like, do you feel like this is more of a sim? You got to role play the game more so than just play it like a degenerate like I did as a kid?
I think it's yes and no. I think for like a quote that I keep coming back to in my notes, right? You get out what you put in. That's what Rob's talking about this game. And I think that is the big picture. Get out what you put in. What do you want your Jason and Lucia to be? Are they together? Are they not? Are they horrible people? Are they just people who got into a situation and are trying to get themselves out without being horrible, right? I think that is the capital S sim that they're going for in terms of the overall thing. But I don't think that in any way dissuades you from, here's my save, and fuck it. Today, I do just want to shoot some shit and jump off a building, and then you don't use that save. You don't use those auto saves, right? You're still going to be able to jack it up to 6 stars. You're still going to be able to go to ammunition and buy the rocket launcher and do whatever you want. I think if that's what you want in the moment, you know what I mean? You can easily get it and then choose if you want to live with it or not. Again, criminal profile sounds cool, and for RPG nerds like me, that's going to matter, right? Of like, who are these two? And when I am in that situation where, fuck, I shot that guy in the head and I took a ding for it, like, I imagine I'm going to be such a good bad guy that it won't matter. But like, there's still going to be that. It's like classic Bethesda. Quick save. I want to try something.
I want to do this.
I want to try something. Quick save if this fucks everything up, but I want to go do it.
I have flashbacks as a kid, just chaos in San Fierro. Everything's blown up. The fire.
You're on the roof sniping.
I'm on the roof just
rocket
sniping everybody.
launchers.
Fucking fire truck pulls up. I put a fucking bomb on the fire truck, blow up the fire truck, and now everything's on fire. And I'm like, yeah, what a fun time.
Let me jump into an answer down the line here with Rob. We're still talking about criminal profiles, though, right? He's talking about it's not up or down. It's not that binary system, right? Because there's no right or wrong way to play, but it will influence it one way or the other. And if you want to go really crazy, you can break the system, like I reject this, and sort of lock yourself into an irredeemable state, a state you can't greet your way out of. For people that want to play it a little bit different, it's cool, it's fun.
Yeah.
So again, like, I'm very interested in that, and I'm very interested with how much Rob owned. This is going to alienate certain GTA fans.
Yeah.
The ones that do just want to get in and just fuck about. I think, again, it's a little overblown again. Like, being good or bad, like, in the game, it's not going to stop you from going into the airport and, carjacking the plane and doing whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's still there. But I think it's for
still
me,
GTA.
us who want a little bit more out of the experience, that do want to feel a better connection to this in a way that, like, you and me talk about the end decision of Nico in GTA 4, right? Like, that being such a moment because it's the decision of the game, right? In Grand Theft Auto 5, we referenced earlier, the end of that and the decision there, like, peppering those in on a gameplay mission moment-to-moment level of, fuck, I really don't want to kill these people, or maybe I do, I think matters.
Yeah, it seems like they're very much wanting to stick to, we didn't want to go with the safe route. We could have taken the safe route and just made what everybody expected. We could have just, had this frictionless experience, another arcadey GTA style thing, but like, you will be gassing up your cars.
Yeah.
Cars will need gas. Yeah.
Expound.
Huh?
Tell me more.
I mean, they mentioned it as like, it's not gonna be this everyday annoying thing, but you'll have to stop by a gas station and pay for gas.
Gassing
I've
up.
dreamt of days like this. Come on.
I mean, think of it this way in the context they're giving, right? And by the way, the name of the Uber, Ride Me.
I
fucking knew it.
There we go.
Piggybacking off, though, Rod goes, gassing up. You don't have to do it all that often, but you will sometimes steal a vehicle that's low in gas. So it is that idea of adding in these emergent moments. Shit, the cops are after me. Smash in, go. Shit. This thing's got nothing in the tank. I gotta pull. Do I pull off?
I can't wait to be
abandon?
so pissed off because I'm out in the countryside away from Vice City.
Yeah. You're like,
car
well,
runs out of gas. I'm like, shit. Well, now I'm just here.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to hijack another car. Yeah.
In the gameplay that y'all saw, just running around open world stuff, we saw a lot here of like them in the swamps, and then like the more like car racy stuff. Did y'all do any or see him do any of the more unique gameplay things?
No, we didn't really ask to go out that far. We got so just like sidetracked with everything we were seeing already.
I love that they were just following what you asked.
They made a point of very much, I think, in the end of the demo and beginning, somewhere in the demo, being like, for the record, remember, we've only existed in 2 areas here. Like, right? It was like the starting area and then another area or whatever. So it's like they did the zoom out and showed how big the map is. Like, scratch the surface, the kind of typical stuff you'd expect.
Yeah, we were just around a lot of the city parts of the world, and because we just kept on asking about stuff that was in those city parts and all the small little times that you would go, you know, how are we gonna try to steal from this? Oh, look at that corner store is open. Okay, well, most stores will stay open 24 hours.
Just make it easier.
Yeah,
Not to have that boring.
But there will be some businesses that do close at nighttime or whatever.
Speaking of the businesses, there's been a lot of discourse about Grand Theft Auto 6 over the years. One of the most recent ones was talking about the $100 version of the game versus the $80 version of the game, having the exclusive stores or whatever. Now seeing what stores in context to the game actually look like, how much do you think that matters? Is it worth the money? I don't know. Whatever you want to take from that.
They showed us one of the hair spots, which you can also get your nails done at as Lucia, or maybe probably Jason as well. It's from everything they were telling us, it's like there are a lot of places to do these things. We are not gating you off to a gigantic part of content. There's a lot of still things that we're not just giving you the best of the best in the $100 version. It's simply more, but there are a lot of places to get done what you want to have happen, But it was, you don't have to wait till your hair grows like you would with Arthur. You could, because in Red Dead Redemption 2, you would have to take a hair cream or whatever to grow your hair faster and then to get a haircut. Here, you just kind of...
They'll give you hair.
Yeah, you just if you want the longer style, you get the longer style. If you want the shorter cut, you get the shorter cut.
And it's the thing where not every hair, again, they're going for realism in sim here to a degree, so not every haircut is available to every hair salon.
Yeah, they want.
So you're going to specific places, and I forget if they got. It was this one of the ones they showed. I want to say gave braids or dreads or something to Lucia.
They wanted, based on how they were laying out the city, they wanted this stuff to feel very culturally districted and all right, that area you might get these types of hairstyles from that barber. This area you might have these types of fashion or whatever from those stores or whatever, and they wanted to make it feel very realistic in that way.
I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
First question: did you see any animals, any alligators, anything like that?
No,
we saw a lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs.
Just people walking dogs and stuff. But the alligators would have been in the bayou parts, and we just never traveled all the way over there because we were just getting sidetracked and pointing out everything in the city.
Second question: if you could go back for round 2, sit back down with them and be like, "All right, we're gonna have you play more of the game for us." What would you want them to do? What's something that was left on the table or on the airplane flight home? You're like, "Ah, shit."
It would have been the bayou stuff. That was as soon as that popped up. It popped up in my mind in the part of the Netflix video where I was in the hotel night going fuck, we didn't ask about Bayou shit. Because I wanted to be in one of those big kind of hover boat things with seeing the gators and how the interaction and the flamingos or whatever the hell is going on the beach, things like that.
I would have liked to have seen more of the heists that aren't heists, but whatever, the missions you're doing. Because one of the things they said and then expounded on, but then we got going so much and yada yada, was the fact that cash is vulnerable in the game. So you have a savings account, you have an ATM, you're robbing people, you're robbing these stores, you get the cash. If you get arrested, if you get wasted, it's gone. You have to go put it into the ATM, you have to deposit it, you have to, keep going that way. But then they showed the bigger robbery missions, or one of them. And maybe not a mission, maybe an activity. Again, this is a little bit of a soup of how much we saw. But it was the idea that you have bags that you have to carry that you're putting the money in, and the bags have limits, and your car can only hold 2 bags. And it's okay, cool. Where am I taking that amount of money? I'm not taking that to an ATM. I wish I could have seen start to finish. We're going to go do this thing. We're going to use bags. We're going to go fleece the money. We're going to come back and then show you what happens with it.
Andy, something that piqued my interest when you were reacting to the Netflix thing was you talking about the car customization being Forza Horizon levels.
Oh, yeah. They took us into one of these cool garages where you talk to a cool dude who likely knows you already because they've probably dealt with him a multitude of times, and he's the car shop guy who will, kit your car out. And just the level of depth there was there with the engine type, the brake calipers, the suspension, all of the wheels, the rims, it looked like a driving game. Just straight up, it looked like it was not in any, it didn't even look like it was 80% assed. It wasn't half-assed or 80% assed. It was full ass, here is what you would expect in one of these driving video games that has driving as a main activity. They went all in on it because and I think a lot of that is because you can't be purchasing houses. And I think this is kind of like their way of like, it doesn't make sense story-wise to just be buying houses all the time when you're on the run and the cops are looking for you and they would be able to ping your ID or whatever. But you can illegally get a lot of these cars and have a lot of different cars under your name and make them all your own and then call them to you with that smart thing in your car, boop, boop, and kind of drive up to you or whatever. Like
I believe it's called Scooter Premium.
Yeah,
they were saying,
like Delamain kind of.
Yeah,
in
you get
Cyberpunk,
5 deliveries a day when you join Scooter Premium game or whatever.
So yeah, it really feels like this is kind of their way of saying like we still want you to feel like you can really own something and you can own a lot of different cars.
If they full-assed the car settings,
yeah,
how much ass did they do for like the character outfits and hair and all that stuff?
For sure, a lot. Like I asked about the amount of like how the NPCs work in this game, and you know whether they're pulling from a set of 8 different character heads or whatever. And they're like, no, there's a level of automation to some of it, but we don't. We still have artists going in there and saying that character shouldn't have that hairstyle. This character shouldn't be that. That character shouldn't be wearing those clothes. They're all crazy scalable as well in terms of sizes, plus size people, skinny people, like of all ages and sizes. It's crazy.
When Andy was talking about this, Rob had a really great answer I never would have thought. Previously, even on RDR, we only had maybe 3 types of skeletons, very limited. It's all the animations need to connect. In this one, we have a huge variety and difference of height. It's amazing what they've done. You look around and see a huge variety in shapes and sizes and people. It all lines up. And then you asked if it was procedurally generated. He said no, it's all handcrafted.
Yeah, and which makes sense because, I'll be honest, nothing really bothers me more in a game than like, and it happens in real life, but seeing like a white dude with cornrows, I'm like that just seems like something,
Franco.
Yeah, something just happened there. Yeah, and it seems like or even in Cyberpunk, like if I see a black dude with like really straight blonde hair just kind of parted to the side like he's going to church on Sunday, I'm like, that doesn't look right. And maybe that's the Cyberpunk sort of thing, but they wanted this to be very handcrafted to where they wanted it to be believable and you not just be like, the fuck is this? Look at this randomized ass NPC who looks like a created character. They didn't want a whole lot of that. They wanted to look like that person on the beach is in their bikini because that NPC is here on the beach doing beach activities, like they want all that stuff to kind of line up and make sense to you.
One thing I want to say before we get too far off, with the level of detail on the car customization we were talking about, tires, rims, all the fucking crazy ass thing. They were quick to point out that there are just pro build kits you can buy too. So if you want like a car that looks amazing, but you're not that guy, because I'm not really that guy, you can just go in and buy this and be ready to go.
I'm curious about this wheel that came out that she just did.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how.
First off, we keep talking about, I love this moment. That's organic. Of like the NPCs react to what you do. She got out of that car and pulled a gun, and the 2 NPCs went, "Oh, fucking," walked away.
And then she kind of put it behind her back.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean.
Crazy.
Okay, so here you go.
Yeah, there's what? Oh, I see. So it's weapons and it's items.
Right. So this is what you can have on your person, right? And so you can see that hat, the glasses, and the mask are off, right? Mm-hmm. Because the idea here would be that you want to put them on when you're about to do a job, or when you're trying to lose the cops and try to get them not to see what's going on with you.
Gotcha.
And then right before it is the weapons, and again, you can always have the sidearm on you, but then a long gun is the one that's going to be on your back. They're going to see it. They're going to be like, people are going to react to you having a fucking, or you pulling out your gun. Yeah. They're going to react.
On the screen too, top left meters. Well, you got health meter there. What's this green one that's under?
That's stamina, lightning bolt stamina, and that's what we're talking about when you're running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's leveling up. It's the same thing of working out. You're going to level that up, and that lasts, I think. They were like, we're tweaking, but right now I think it's 3 days or whatever or something, or you do it 3 days in a row and it locks in for an extended period of time.
And the money on the top right, the green is your cash on you. The top right is your bank. So if you have cash on you, it's vulnerable. If you get killed or if you die and you happen to have a shitload of cash on you, it's gone. You want to like try to deposit money whenever safe, because otherwise it's you know, it's like having just a bunch of souls out there, bless. You can't just be running down.
You
can't be running in Orlando with a bunch of souls.
That's actually how I play GTA 5 already. Is I like, or GTA Online specifically, is I think you lose cash you have in that game also. So I'm constantly shifting stuff over to the ATM. The thing though is that in that game you have a phone, so you can just deposit from anywhere. I assume in this game you're having to find an ATM or find a bank, you said? Okay.
Yeah, find ATMs, yeah.
And then there was a third meter, I assume, was that focus?
Yeah, that's the focus. The purple eye is your focus, yeah. Gotcha. So that's what's letting you slow down time.
Before we got into the Netflix thing, we were kind of talking about what we expected to see. Bless and I not having seen it. Just really talking out of our asses. But we were bringing up Pitbull. We were bringing up radio stations and celebrity parodies, guests, things like that. How much radio did you even hear?
We heard some cool radio, but nothing we can talk about, unfortunately. But I would say if you're worried about the tone of things, maybe like being too serious because now you got to gas up your car or whatever, and you can't, you know. I saw that, was it the Dazed article that was talking about like, or maybe it was IGN's article of the Dazed article, kind of like breaking it down and being like, so maybe you won't be being chased by tanks on a 6-star level. Like maybe they're not going for that level of like lunacy or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this game has more than enough tonally stuff that's going to make you smile and laugh and parody and, you know, things like that.
Did you guys...
Parody, not parody, sorry.
Did you guys do any like water-based stuff? Did you go swimming? Did you get on a jet ski?
No. We were just driving around a lot, and
Rob Nelson's afraid of the water.
So we lost track of time, honestly. Like it.
I mean, honestly, 2 hours. You said 2 hours, right?
Yeah,
I mean, not enough time.
2.5. Yeah.
Not enough time because I have so many questions.
But it was dude, it was so awesome because I started feeling like, man, we've been here for a while. And I kind of need to pee, and then the PR person was like, well, you know, we still have 30 minutes left. I was like, oh, awesome. Like, I was so excited. We still had more time.
A question I've never asked during a preview before. What was the NPC density like? When you're outside, like how many?
Nuts.
Really?
Yeah, what I would say is natural. So like at one point, you know, we were the gas station we walked into that I've talked about, right? Like of getting maybe we passed 1 or 2 people on the sidewalk and a lot of car traffic, right? When Jason came out and was walking along, I forget if it was, I think it was the water. It reminded me of like walking the Embarcadero here in San Francisco, and there were people everywhere. People out there sitting there on their phones talking. The guy comes up and starts doing it like where it should be active, it was active, and where it should be sparse, it was sparse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy who put us on his TikTok feed, and then the camera cut to his feed's point of view to like whatever the chat's seeing, and you're seeing the chat go by. And he's like, any sort of advice you'd give out to any of the listeners out there? Because you're doing what? It's one of those like when they, you know, the random TikToks that you just see out in the street where they're, you know, what do you do for a living? It was one of those sort of like style of content that this guy was trying to make.
Who's this guy supposed to be?
I don't know.
He's some dude.
He looks like that Neon streamer.
Neon. That's the guy.
Yeah, that guy's
King of Trunk. That's what they call him. I'm gonna call him that.
Yeah, because I was thinking back to it was either the debut trailer or the second trailer where you see the beach and there's a billion people.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was actually representative.
Yeah. Because during that moment with that social media dude trying to get us on or getting us on his stream, there was like just a shit ton of NPCs walking, sitting down, just doing their own thing. And eventually the guy asked us a question like, what's some advice you have or whatever? And we, you know, Rob Nelson controlling the game selected like the more dick answer, which was, the advice I'd have is don't be like this guy. And the guy didn't like that response.
He put it down like, oh man, come on.
And he put his phone away, and then like we started throwing hands, and we knocked his glasses off of him, and he got punched, and he ran away all scared. And then we walked to the glasses and picked up the glasses from the ground and put them up. So we're wearing the dude's glasses now. It's just, it has all, like, it feels like the level of interactivity is like on another level. And they didn't go into numbers or anything like that, but they did mention like, we want as many buildings as possible to be enterable. That doesn't mean anything necessarily, but they noticed and obviously realized that in Grand Theft Auto 5 and other past GTAs that you can only really walk into a handful of buildings, a bank or whatever. They want like a lot of that to still be explorable, but I would say still be realistic with those expectations. It's not like every building is going to be enterable, but they know that that's like something that they had in the back of their mind while developing all of this.
Man,
There's so much.
There's just so much.
There's so much to break down and to talk about.
We're here for you.
Yeah, I have written down here.
And did you go into a tattoo store at all?
We didn't, did we? We walked by one for sure.
We only went into the haircut places.
Was there Cluck and Bell or Burger Shot?
I didn't see a Cluck and Bell.
No, I didn't see it.
Really?
I didn't see a Burger Shot.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
They got shut down after the pandemic.
They didn't make it through COVID. Were there any COVID references? Any pandemic references?
No.
Not that I saw.
I know it's a different world technically.
Yeah,
but
not that I heard. No.
I'm going to go to the super chats now to see what the people have been asking. Some of these are from earlier, but I want to get to them because I appreciate all of your support out there. Daniel Logan saying, sick intro tax. Again, shout out to Cameron Kennedy and Carter Harrell for such a great intro, and Andy for the set here. Parker says, I love the graphics, gang. And so yes, definitely. Very, very cool. Good Enough Gamer says, I do crimes for Lucia too. There we go.
Oh, they also showed us, like, in addition to what we saw on the TV with the watchable media, they showed us like a couple of different, like, one is like a full-on like novela, and then they showed us like a full-on cartoon called The Johnsons that's very like Family Guy style, where everybody's like a dick.
Everybody's a penis.
Everybody's a penis.
And one of the penises on.
And they're like, we hired an animation studio to make us like, I don't know how many episodes of this cartoon. And it's like, we have so much watchable media in this game.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have more quote unquote live action television that was, of like not just cartoons, and not live action either, but like the telenovela we were watching. And again, that was like such a nice ease into the world of, we had already seen the Netflix presentation y'all just saw, right? And then you get here, and it was an extended version of this, of Jason walking down, sitting down, flipping on the television. We watched The Johnsons for a while. And then, he flipped to the telenovela on Telemundo, whatever it is. I forgot. Megamundo. And it's like, oh, this is the network that we saw. It's like, okay, this is the tissue of the world coming together.
We got David saying, tip of the hat to Greg and Andy for lying to us extremely well.
Thank
I
you.
genuinely believed Andy was pissed. What else are y'all lying about?
Oh, man, we lie a lot.
I mean, I will say that, like, this is one example of many examples that all kind of hit at once of, like, this is when we as a team had to be like, Resident Evil in review. We need to pump the brakes. So just now we can kind of talk a little bit more about that, of just saying, like, yeah, this all came together so quickly. Like, while Greg was on
last minute
vacation, about to come back, Andy had some things, and it was just like, oh wait, here a week of ours is taken from us.
And it was legitimately like 6 days notice of like, all right, let's go to Scotland, let's tear everything up and do this.
Yeah, flew out on Saturday, came back on Tuesday.
Yeah. I was in on Wednesday. No big deal. One thing I do want to call out that isn't related, but in the very beginning of these conversations in there with Rockstar talking about it, right? What they were talking about, I want to show you that, or maybe it was right after they showed the Netflix thing, before or after, but we were talking about Netflix and what we're doing here. And they said something, oh, well, this is PR talking. Yeah, that's why we went to Netflix and X, Y, and Z. I'm like, hold on real quick, just to be clear. Netflix came to you or you went to Netflix? And the quote is, we wanted to go to Netflix. That's like crazy. They went to Netflix with the opportunity. It wasn't Netflix coming.
And I mean, they made the most of it. And we haven't talked about that yet because we've talked about the actual game, but like, you know me, I gotta talk about the presentation.
Yeah.
We have Mike Like Music saying, I have chills and the stupidest grin while watching this. I smiled the entire time watching that. Like, it was such a great presentation, and it was not what I expected at all, but it's like, man, they just nailed that. That is a great way to speak to the gamers and also normies out there.
Hey, look at this cinematic ass game, right?
It was awesome hearing them talk about the process before they even showed it to us, of them saying, we didn't want to do a narrated thing. A lot of that's been said and done before, but this is also just such an extremely tough game to show off because we have so many cool things. So, and this, like, the version that they showed us pretty much ended up, I think it was just identical to what we saw, but it was like, this isn't fully done, but we're like pretty much almost there. And so a lot of their internal thinking of like, how do we show off this game that just kind of has everything?
Yeah.
And I think it's like the fucking perfect way to do it. Like a cool mission segment. Let's give you some interstitial moments of random stuff that happens throughout the world. Another story kind of mission moment. Brilliantly structured.
One thing I want to toss out, we just saw him Slim Jim the car. I had mentioned earlier having the scanner app that shows you the stuff. The things you have, there's 5 different ones here, right? So when you scan it, you get access, which would be like locked or unlocked. Security, if it's alarm, no alarm, high security alarm. Tracker, again, if you have to drive slow or fast to get rid of it. Sell value, and then the cost to register if you wanted it in your personal garage, if you had the space.
Jay Dublin says, I wonder if you have a relationship meter with the different crews or main NPCs. So if one sours, it could change the whole quest line. Any hint of that? Do you think that might be in it?
No hint of that. And I would imagine that leans backwards to where we were talking of like certain missions, you can do different things, but some stuff is linear for the story. I imagine it's not that level of you're going to piss them off and then you're cut off from that.
You might have already answered this before, but with the 2 characters and you can switch back and forth at any time. Was that true from everything that you saw? Like at any time you could do that?
Again, correct me if I'm wrong.
It seemed like it.
I think the story mission.
If they need you to be somebody in a
you're
story,
that person.
you are that person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you're like fucking around town and doing whatever, you're fine. I think when you're both in the car, you can switch around and be fine. But no, like when
there are some scripted moments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of that is just like, we want you to see the perspective of this story moment.
Yeah.
Like when we saw Lucia get punched down the staircase and it swaps to Jason, like, you can't just swap to Lucia in that moment. That's all done, story-wise.
She's dead. Fuck
Come back to her on the ground or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, it is like you can kind of just switch off at any time when you're just out roaming in the open world and have them meet up and have them drive together and do some missions for a while and then eventually be like, all right, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go my separate way and go do my own thing. And that's kind of what they end up doing.
Tilted Crow says, I was on a family vacation in Edinburgh
Mm-hmm.
Edinburgh in July, and I'm pretty sure I saw Andy. I wasn't sure, but I guess I was right. I really hope that's true.
That'd be hilarious. That's awesome.
It isn't though, right? We were there in August, yeah?
Yeah, at the beginning of August, yeah.
But it would have been great.
Yeah, Greg had like a whole cover in case he did get noticed.
Yeah, we were ready to lie. We were going to tell everybody that we were there.
Don't say. We might need to use this at some other point.
Good point. Well, and now you know you can never trust me again.
You'll never know.
Kobe Art says, so is it more like Deadeye or Bullet Time from Max Payne, or a combo of both when it slows down for the more accurate shots?
A lot of that is the focus. Like, for the most part, it just seemed like you're shooting without having just that auto aim, like the way GTA 5 would do it, which I'm so happy about that. But yeah, anytime it does slow down, it is just kind of like what Red Dead and GTA 5 would do, which is like when you get a kill in Fallout or something like that. You just get that cool little slow-mo effect. And that's where we saw the glasses clip through somebody's head and Rob going, glasses. Write it down. And it's like there's just like such an insane level of care. And there was a handful of moments like that when we are, Rob kept on mentioning, man, we are like, there's not enough buttons on this controller. We're having to figure out and solve a lot of problems for this mechanic or whatever. And as he was just on the fly deciding to, let's rob this bank, him and Lucia, when he puts on his undercover outfit and gets his gun, Lucia wasn't doing it. He's like, Lucia should be doing that. I don't know why she's not. That's a bug. So like they're writing it down and he's like, I don't know why that's annoying, but he would have to swap to Lucia, then have her put on the clothes, get her guns out or whatever. But it was just cool watching that shit in motion and being like, nope, that's wrong, fix that shit,
Street Shadow says, this feels like a moment. There's nothing else like GTA in the level of presentation and action experience and the music. Science Talk says, shout out to the set. It looks insane, Andy. And Parker says, that intro, come on, y'all. Yeah, man, this is special. This is so cool. I'm so happy to be able to share this with you guys at the table and everyone watching. But yeah, this is a very, very, very special moment in video games.
Was music ever kicking in when you're like outside the vehicle, just in the world? Because obviously throughout this presentation, we're seeing a lot of story stuff, and I expect there to be background music and the synthy stuff during these missions. But did you ever have stuff where it's like, okay, we're getting into an action sequence, music kicks in?
I didn't notice or make note. I feel like it was all ambient.
Yeah.
You walk into the shop and there's music playing. Somebody drives by, they're doing something.
Yeah. There wasn't like non-diegetic music playing if it wasn't for the story, if it wasn't for a hype ass moment. Like in this sequence with that sick ass. That song is so. What is that?
It's just so good. Well, it's the main GTA 6 theme, right?
It's ridiculous,
the
dude.
The guitar section, but then the synthy stuff. I'm
That
like,
goddamn
oh,
slap is.
they're just going off.
That song is ridiculous. That's nasty.
Science Dog says, what celebrity voice talent did Rockstar confirm? Did they confirm the voices of the two leads?
No.
We didn't ask, and I don't think they're celebrities, right? I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing to say on that.
Yeah.
Kebab says, I can hear the base PS5 fans spinning up already.
Hell yeah, dude.
The Uncharted Wolf says, did they show y'all the map at all? How much did it compare to 5's map? Also, how good was the car destruction? God, this looks so good.
They showed it a lot. Like, they went to the map a lot, and like I said, they zoomed out real soon. They were like, we've only been in this one section.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
looks varied.
Without them showing a overlay that says here was GTA 5's map, it's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, it from what we were exploring and the zone that we were in, definitely looked like this thing is going to be a gargantuan place to kind of run around and explore.
We, of course, have people coming in later. Eric says, Greg, what are the yellow and red dots when aiming? That's when you're using focus. Red would be a kill shot. Yellow would be a wound. How you shoot that person plays into your criminal profile, either moving you towards a halo-wearing devil or a devil.
Yeah. So if you want to just kill people indiscriminately all the time, then that changes your criminal profile into... And I do wonder if Lucia or vice versa reacts to that. Because when in Red Dead Redemption 2, if you sit down with a couple of the members in your camp, and you'll just be walking around the camp just like normal. And Arthur, come sit down, come talk to me, Arthur. And you go sit down with a couple of different NPCs, and they just kind of like almost have a psychiatry like appointment, and you're talking to them, and he's like, I've just been killing a lot of animals. I don't know. And they're like, why, Arthur? He's like, I don't know what's wrong. And he's just talking about like, I'm fucked up right now. And I wonder, like, and I bet you if I wasn't just killing animals at random, like, I bet you he'd be like, things are fine, you know? So I wonder if Jason indiscriminately is just shooting a bunch of people, if Lucia's ever like, yo, dude, what the fuck, man?
I got big news for you.
Wow.
I traveled to Scotland where we asked that question.
I was on that. I was eating blueberries.
Dude, they got good nuts and blueberries.
They were good, man. Blueberries.
No, we did ask that. Remember, I was like, whatever. I was like, does Lucia ever get in your face or something? And Rob says, the last thing we were going to do is put you in a nagging relationship. And Andy went, I support him regardless. So no, whatever one of them chooses, the other is okay with, to make sure that. So like, again, this relationship dynamic is going to be something we didn't see that, I guess, outside of this.
I do.
So how you engage with it and how you choose, you know what, let's just be friends and not be married or whatever.
Yeah, I love the idea of like falling out of love, but going like, we're still in this shit together. We are still partners. We gotta like see this through to the end and still succeed here.
Can you make love with each other?
That's what I was wondering. Oh, like, I thought you meant I thought you meant if we fell out of love. Like,
no, I'm just like at any point, can Lucia and Jason, you know? And also, is there nudity in the game that you saw at all?
No nudity that we saw. And yeah, we didn't ask about fucking.
Man, you should have sent me there, man. I would have asked the question.
We went to the strip joint though, didn't we? I thought I saw a boob.
Did we go to the strip club? Are you sure it's not just the Netflix thing? Because in the Netflix thing, they're throwing money.
Man, I'm pretty sure I saw a boob. Pair that with yesterday me and Bless going, I don't like wieners. I love wieners.
I love wieners.
I'm pretty sure I thought maybe not. I could have sworn. I could have sworn we just like.
I'm texting Rockstar. Did we see boob?
in the realm of this conversation earlier, Andy, you were talking about like the Mario comparison of like, is there like this many triangles versus this? Obviously, one of the most talked about things in video games in years is these goddamn horse testicles.
Oh yeah.
Was there anything they were talking about that's similar to that of like, this is how detailed this game is?
No.
I would say the closest thing was just the eye bag thing that I gleaned from them.
Yeah.
And, you know, the getting more muscular or, you know, similar to what San Andreas did. But I wonder if the eye bag thing is going to be the horse testicles of this, or will there be anything else that happens, like how my horse gets dirty if I haven't washed it a lot, you know, if I haven't cleaned it recently, like how does that affect the car? Does the car eventually, whatever the hell happen? I wonder what those levels of interactivity are going to be.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't think I needed the horse testicles to shrink. I don't know.
That would hurt eventually.
Yeah, I didn't need any horse testicle technology. Like, I'm actually glad to hear that, like, the eye bag.
It employed a team of 15 for 6 years. Just the horse testicle.
I'm here for fidelity.
I'm horse testicle lead.
There's a certain level of fidelity where I'm like, this feels like time wasted, you know? Like,
Yeah. That was the flex to flex.
That was the flex to flex.
Let's talk about something we can put in there that shows how dialed in we are.
Sure, but,
horses are a big part of the game.
It's Rockstar, and that's what they do.
Yeah, but can we take the horse testicles and like apply that to something else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can we make more baddies in this game?
You got plenty of baddies in this game.
There's so many baddies in this trailer.
Yeah, there's a lot of baddies.
There's so many baddies.
Yeah. Will a nipple get harder? That's what we should ask. That's what we should have asked.
Ask that.
Yeah.
Phil Shu says, from what you can tell, what was your favorite part of the preview that you saw in Scotland?
Again, for me, it's the planning. It's I think taking that thing where the build up to a heist in GTA 5 was so cool. We're doing all these little things to go do that thing. And now putting that in here, if you want to, because you can easily smash and grab. You could just be, I'm going to roll up on my motorcycle, jump out, punch everybody in the face, shoot that guy, get the money and run. But I am going to be the nerd of like, oh, fuck, I'm $1,000 off. I'm going to go fleece this car. Oh, it's too far. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go in there. Wait, where's the ATM? Like, in my head, I'm like, I'll suit up here. I'll grab this car here. I'll go there. Then I'll run over here, drop this. Like, that kind of minutia and playing around with the world is what excites me about it.
I mean, it's, I think just the fact that it was all on a base PS5.
Sure.
And it looks as good as it does. And it ran smoothly as hell. And the level of aliveness, everything just feeling organic and as little, like, the level of immersion, but also just, like, bringing down the guardrails of, like, that is clearly a video game thing. There were so many things like that didn't look just like a video game thing. I think just the amount of NPCs talking to each other and all of that interactivity just felt so damn real. And, it was just, like, what crazy artistry at work. And for as many years as it's been worked on, I went into this like, I gave them kind of like a.
I'm sorry, Rockstar has confirmed no boob.
Oh, no boob. Okay.
Number one games journalist. Come on.
Number one games journalist.
No boob in what you saw, or no boob? Period?
We didn't see boob. No,
we didn't see boob.
The argument
there might
was,
be
did we see
boob.
boob? Well, there might, but the argument was, did we see boob? And he's like, I thought I saw a boob. I'm like, we didn't see a boob.
Yeah, we didn't see. There's definitely boob.
There
in
has
the
to
game.
be boob.
There's definitely boob in the game. People talked about like a nudist beach or some shit in those leaks or whatever. There's boob in the game. There should be.
The boob is in play.
There's got to be genitalia for sure. I think like my answers kind of disappointed them in a way because they were like, "What's something that?" They kind of asked the same thing. What was there anything like surprised you? And I'm like,
that it works. That's hilarious.
Well, that too. But I was like, but honestly, a studio like y'all with as many creative, talented people.
Rockstar has confirmed boob is present in game.
Yeah, boob is present in game. A studio.
Why are you watching this?
a studio like you all, who have been working on this game for as long as it's been being worked on, with as many amazing people working under these multiple roofs for whoever knows how many years now. Everything I'm seeing, I'm like, to be honest, I kind of expected all this. I expected this level of shit, and you hit those marks still, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because you could throw gajillion dollars at a game, and that doesn't mean it's going to come together. And it's still crazy that this vision and this dedication to, hey, we might alienate some GTA fans by not making this the most arcadey experience ever. We want to go for a bit more grounded stuff while still kind of keeping the zaniness and the tone that you're used to in a GTA game. But how could we kind of bring in the stuff that we loved in Red Dead Redemption 2 that maybe drove some players crazy, But we love that shit. And like, if we're making a game for everybody, we're making a game for nobody.
Ding, ding, ding,
we
ding,
want
ding.
some people. You may not love everything about this game, and we love that about this game. It felt so like there was such an ownership over this vision that they're going.
I mean, the way you guys are talking about is making it sound like my dream dream Grand Theft Auto in the way that during our KFGD conversation, me and Greg are talking about Red Dead in the way of that. What that game does so well is that it's the cowboy fantasy. And me and Greg are kind of like, well, we don't really have as strong of a desire to live that cowboy fantasy in that way. And I mentioned I do have like the crime fantasy.
Yeah.
And the amount of hours I put into GTA Online the way that I did was because I was doing the thing where I was going into the shops, robbing people for like $10, right? Doing the heist, doing the one at a time setup missions. And I loved everything about that experience because of the tedium of it. And in the way that I might not have had the buy-in for the old Western thing, I do have a buy-in for this. And so like this kind of leaning into the Red Dead isms, earlier on I would have said, oh man, I don't know if I want that. As you're describing it, I'm realizing, oh, I badly want that. Like that's kind of how I play GTA anyway. So I'm really happy that they've been able to find this vision for it.
Yeah, again, I think, on the other side of it, Nobu, on the other side of it here, especially being able to talk about it and everything else, like that's the thing that has resonated so much with me is the humanity of the game. That, people made this and they made it with a vision, and the vision wasn't we want to be the most successful entertainment property of all time. It was that we want to make a really cool GTA, and we want to make a really cool world, and we want to do really cool shit in it that, yes, may alienate people, but I don't know. We didn't ask about cheat codes, right? I forget. Nobody asked about cheat codes. I imagine if you are that person who just wants to go and fuck around, by the time you're like, hey, I'm not vibing with this story because I honestly think it's something in their heads a bit of like, oh man, people might not like the morality system. If you're just there to fuck around, I don't think you're gonna be mad that the game's giving you devil horns when you kill innocent people. Like it's just like whatever. I don't know, but I think that gameplay will still be there for them. But then this kind of shit of like, all right, well now it's now it's just we're gonna be a motocross game. Now we're gonna go be a NASCAR game. Now we're gonna go be
Midnight Club.
Yeah.
MJag says, I'm so hyped to play this. I'm already bailing on Thanksgiving to play the game more.
Nice.
Riyadh says, of the systems that you viewed in the preview and the showing, which of these new and revamped systems, shooting as an example, are you most looking forward to? A great reaction, y'all.
Thank you. Shooting's interesting because that's one I need to feel. When we were talking in like, do we tap X? I was like, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about asking about the control scheme and how that would actually go into it and what are we doing there. So that's not one that speaks to me. Again, for me, it is what is the both criminal profile? How does that affect the game, the world? And then, how does this relationship meter or whatever you want to call it between Jason and Lucia play out?
I mean, just control scheme wise, it looks like it's not doing what GTA did, which is what I want. I never loved like the immediate snap sort of feature. It looks like there's a bit of a loose kind of aim assist there, and it might help you out a little bit. But
I bet you can go in the options and turn it on, turn it off, make it stronger, make it weaker.
Yeah. And then I joked and got no response with them, except for like almost like an eye roll of like, I was like, man, imagine a keyboard mouse, it'll be crazy. And they were just like,
We see what you're doing.
Keep
Shut
dreaming,
up.
kid.
Clarky says, Greg and Andy, my one question is, did you see enough to know that this isn't going to be a Cyberpunk early preview situation? Hopefully not too good to be true.
Great question. Of course, you're always ready to eat your words coming off a preview and coming in hot off a preview, where we're very, very up on this. My answer would be yes. Remember, the Cyberpunk previews were, let's go behind closed doors for E3 2 years in a row. Awesome. And you get a very, hey, we're slicing this dude up in this fight with a katana. It wasn't, hey, for 2.5 hours, let's roam the open world, right? Like, I think the thing that would, disappoint me will be when this is all said and done and I go read GameSpot and I assume IGN and I assume a few other outlets, and they are like, we went to rob a convenience store and someone else robbed it at the same time. And then it's like, okay, then that was a canned event. And so then it is how many of those events are in there and we saw a helicopter asking about a furry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that thing of like, I had that moment.
Which still may be possible because that's the builds that they were running
Of course. But it's like, then you start to go, okay, so how many emergent moments are there? Is this is this thing that we would have? Because for sure, I imagine, when they walked out and got into the conversation with the guy on TikTok, right? Like, that has to be in everybody's demo because you want to show that that's happening and how the social media thing and how conversations work, and he's spawning at that point. Whereas you couldn't know, hey, we're going to drive on the highway and then there's going to be a helicopter that'll talk about a furry and Greg's going to ask, like that kind of thing can't happen, even though it could happen.
Yeah, the fact that they said that this was captured on a PS5 and base PS5.
Yeah.
That's kind of incredible for the amount of confidence that they have and the amount of confidence that at least gives me, right? Obviously, if they're not lying about it or whatever,
Yeah,
which I wouldn't think they would. And so, like, even this alone is enough to make me have a bit more confidence in this than like a launch Cyberpunk situation.
I don't think this is going to be anywhere like a launch Cyberpunk situation. And like Greg mentioned, prepare to eat your words, but like,
Nobody ran me around fucking Night City for 2.5 hours just doing random ass shit.
But the fact that we all played Cyberpunk on PC and we're like, damn, it was kind of buggy, but it was awesome. It looked great on my PC, ran great. And then hadn't really even considered like, oh, the console versions. Oh, yeah. And then everybody's having problems. Like, this was on a base PS5. Trailer was on a base PS5. You know, they would have hit it otherwise. It's like, this is a PS5. This is what it's running on. We are confident in this shit.
Did you guys talk of anything about Xbox? Because it is also going to be on Series S and X.
They mentioned they're happy with how it's looking and running everywhere.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barrett, I heard you popping in there.
Yeah, just related from the peanut gallery here. Just a question I was wondering about. Did you hear the PS5 at all during your time? That's something I'm wondering about. Is like how loud is this PS5?
Well, remember, we're not running it on a PlayStation 5. We're running it on a dev kit, right, behind, or, you know, in an entertainment center. No, we didn't hear that, but I wouldn't expect to, because those motherfuckers are chunky ass, basically PCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rabbit says Rockstar.
Boxes.
They
Always
do.
thought that.
Yeah. The Jax boombox.
Rockstar are a bunch of computer wizards. Absolutely incredible. Greg and Andy, were there many load screens? If so, how long were they?
Dude, I don't
know.
No, I don't think I.
That would have been a great. I mean, that's how. I think when you've seen it here in the yeah, exactly. Like that's a load, obviously, of to get over to be Jason if you're Lucia. But even that was like, I mean, faster than GTA 5.
I don't even think they did the. I think it was more of just a.
Yeah.
Like that's snappy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like anything that really stood out to me in a bad way at all. Just like, yeah, you're swapping to somebody else in a different part of the world. That's going to require some loading, but it's not
wild.
Real quick, too, how does Barrett fucking do that?
He's so quick.
How is he memorized to be like, I'll go to the parachute? That's where it was.
We cut to him and he just has like a cord in his head.
Has his fingers in the West, baby.
Barrett, show boob.
Sorry, there's no boob in this.
Such a specific question, but like when they started the preview, was it like from loading the app into the game, or was
No, it was.
we're
I was
already
Jason
in the game?
understanding there, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Damn, okay. I wanted to ask about the initial load screen, but
Sure.
Did y'all see any nighttime?
Yeah.
Did you go down the strip?
No.
Like, see,
That was the one we were in the highway. That was the helicopter and the spotlight and all that jazz.
There was had them like rob another like convenience store at night, as well as in the daytime. But yeah, there wasn't any real like, we have to go over here and see this. It was just, let's just drive anywhere. And if we see something we get interested in, what is that? Go do, a lot of just pointing things out.
obviously, like your experience is so much just open world stuff, and you didn't really get any story missions. But did you guys notice anything that felt like a nod to either GTA 5 or GTA Vice City?
Trevor's the mayor of Vice. I'm kidding.
It's like how Bucky Barnes is working in the Senate. Like, this guy committed a lot of murder, but he's cool though. He's a representative now.
No, we did nothing like that. No.
OMGLX says, I really dug how the flow of the video seemed to outline the rags to riches from the bottom of the top vibe we're used to from GTA storylines.
See, I wonder about that though. I don't know if this is a rag to riches story. Like they're dressed nice to be bodyguards for important people. But the way they were talking about the economy and this price on their head and what they're saving your money instead of buying all the crazy shit to try to get them out of this situation, I really feel like they're behind the 8 ball and not in a good place while they go. Look at the dress physics on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, the hair's crazy.
Even I know when she's in the baddie crop top driving, the wind just blowing the thing. It's like insane what they're doing.
Is at launch or once we get, or if we get review copies, I don't know if we have confirmation at all.
Yeah, Rockstar.
But
review copies.
In the final release, is there anything that you feel like could maybe take down the experience overall? Anything that could disappoint you at this point?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's more. I mean, so yeah, like for me, it would be repetition. If we're living, if this is a living, breathing world, is it every 5th hold up I do, I'm getting jacked by somebody else coming in and doing the thing, right? Like, how quickly of robbing stores do I run into the same dialogue from NPCs or the same animations, or I know how it's going to go of come in and if I don't shoot that guy, that kind of thing. Like, if there's that. If the Jason Lucia relationship doesn't work, right? One of the things they talked about was like we knew we had to make them likable. They have to be likable people that you can get in the door with them and go, right? But if that fails for some reason, whatever, if their reason for doing this in the story is weird or not, good, like there's still plenty of places it could go wrong. But in terms of a first glance, here you go, I was impressed, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would be disappointed if the story wasn't good, but like everything else, it seems to be doing what you would want from a Grand Theft Auto being made by a studio who seemingly just has like this unlimited budget and unlimited want, right? That's the thing. It's like they could have made a GTA 6 in 5 years and it'd have been a more stripped down experience, but it's like they are going for the most because they want that level of care and quality, and they give a shit that much about it. So it's like, I guess I would be disappointed if by the end, narratively, I'm like, that didn't really wrap up too great or whatever.
Yeah.
But mechanically, it seems to be doing everything that I wanted to do in city version of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Christopher says the camera work on display was nutters.
Crazy.
I don't like it.
I like nutters a lot.
I don't like nutters.
Deshaun says the realistic loadout was one of the main things I wanted from Red Dead 2 and GTA that might not be for a lot of gamers. It's one of those things that make the game more immersive for me.
Nice.
Agreed. I think the way they're using it here is really cool. Again, of like, it doesn't make sense to have rocket launcher, machine, all this stuff off the top of your back, or to have it on your back and then have people look at you like, what the fuck are you, or not, call it out. They were being weird.
Lightweight says, shout out you guys. The coverage has been amazing, and you're answering all the questions I had. Appreciate you guys. You're crushing this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that with a very, very healthy super chat there.
Cool.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks so much. Tim L. Sim says, when it's time for release day, Rockstar better have GTA 6 polished like Chrome from the start with this amount of hype, news, high price, etc. It's going to be Cyberpunk release disaster on steroids.
I think there's a bit of hyperbole there, but yes, it should be polished like Chrome, and I expect it to be. I don't think if it wasn't, I mean, like, what are we talking about? I guess it's a broad brush, but
yeah,
things would have to go very wrong from what we've seen so far for it to be Cyberpunk at launch, I think.
I keep seeing it pop
but
up.
we'll see what happens on the X or the S.
Yeah.
I keep seeing it pop up in chat, and I'm also curious. Is there a first-person mode? Do they show off a first-person mode?
Shit. I don't think so, but I'd like Andy to chime in on that. I can check my notes for you.
Silver Crawler says, I love seeing the Latina representation. I'm with Lucia. Yeah, me too. Steve Saylor says, hey guys, sorry I'm a bit behind, so apologies if you touched on it, but I was just wondering if you happen to see any accessibility during the presentation. Love y'all.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it. Accessibility. They were very clear, Steve. Options. They want you to be able to go in and customize walk speeds and this, that, and the other, and da-da-da. So my thought on that is, yes, there should be a lot of accessibility options in terms of queues, in terms of UI, but we don't have confirmation on that. Hey, did they show first person? They didn't show first person on this. Yeah, no, okay.
Did they say, did you hear anything about it one way or another?
No.
Somebody in chat said another influencer asked, apparently, and they said there's no first person.
Okay.
Only Special Features says it sounds like Greg and Andy went to the chocolate factory, the Wonka chocolate factory.
Yeah.
Y'all went to Rockstar, man. Y'all went to Rockstar, and everybody, like, I think we need to, as adults, all have this conversation.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all know it was in Scotland? Be real. Did you know that GTA is from Scotland? Because I learned that. Did you learn that, Bless?
I learned.
Don't lie to me.
Rockstar North is like, is it the main one?
Yeah.
See, that was a shocker to me because I think I knew there was a Rockstar in Scotland. I wouldn't have guessed it was the Rockstar.
Me neither.
Yeah,
me neither.
I always knew Rockstar London. I thought that was the main one.
When you think of,
I could have sworn it was New York.
When you think of Red Dead, which Rockstar do you think of?
None. I just think of Rockstar.
That was Rockstar San Diego.
No.
Yeah, I was San Diego was on my mind.
No.
Yeah.
Red Dead was made in Rockstar San Diego.
Yeah. Redemption. Yeah.
Oh, the first Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, they don't just have a combined.
Well,
now?
I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 might have also been. I'm not.
I just assumed everything is just Rockstar now.
Well, that was something we did talk about. Is like this isn't all hands on deck. They have merged to where it is like everybody's working on.
Yeah.
Everything.
Forced Laughter says, wow, these guys are dumb.
Not me. I don't know about Andy. Did you know where Rockstar North? Did you know Rockstar North? Did you know Scotland?
I knew they had a Scotland. I thought
I didn't know one factoid.
But I just thought North was the London one. But I knew they had one in Scotland.
Okay.
I just thought like that was like the main one.
Jordan Midler rolling over in his extremely fucking large bed. I heard at Pokemon World they had to give him 5 king-size beds to make one normal bed for him.
Opponents Prime says, was there any like plastic surgery? Lucia boob job, Jason BBL. I would be shocked if that stuff wasn't in it, though. That is such a Miami thing. You know?
Yeah. Augmentation.
You imagine it'd be Vice City thing for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I would think so, but no, we didn't see it.
Jason Finelli says, anything on the in-game ads, brands, etc. How many of those commercials will there be? Things like that. We kind of touched a little bit. You missed this plus, I think, when you were grabbing food, but they were saying that there's like full-on cartoons, like Family Guy style cartoons.
I watched the Johnsons. It was a family of dicks running around doing things.
Oh yeah,
that.
I was gonna say because this is giving me Rick and Morty interdimensional cable vibes.
Yep, 100%. Yeah.
Cool.
Lincoln says, did they mention if any of the Red Dead Redemption hunting mechanics returning, considering the variety of wildlife we see here?
Andy talked a lot about hunting, but I don't think anybody ever specifically was like, you're out there hunting specific animals. Now you just hunt man, the world's deadliest animal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Manhunt.
Yeah, I didn't ask about any of that.
Melissa with the wine chat is asking, what are they eating? It's a restaurant called Crazy Pepper.
That's great.
And it's so
Chinese
good.
food, it's so good.
One-Eyed John says, what can we expect from mini games and side activities? We saw motocross. Is that something we can do? Can we go bowling, do darts, golf, etc.? Anything you can share?
Yeah, you're racing for sure a lot in this game, and that was one of the things they were talking about. Of like, you go and you make that. There's these races, so you go get that car, you put that in your garage, you have a racing car to go off. And
so excited! I love that type of shit.
I may have dreamt it, but I could have sworn that they also mentioned that a lot of the other like activities are coming back. It just felt like driving was the one that they put the most into. I'd be surprised if they didn't have like some form of go to a little golf course or whatever. Like
I'm surprised we didn't see a sport here.
Basketball.
Oh, we did say basketball. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Dexter says, did you guys ask about the working conditions and how they tried to avoid crunch where necessary? Also, please convince my wife that I can play. I love y'all. Any conversation about that stuff?
I mean, top level, yeah. I didn't go into crunch, but I was talking about like, how are y'all doing? What is going on? Is the team getting, you know what I mean? It seemed, of course, we're talking to the co-head of the studio, so he's not gonna be like, fucking sucks here. Shit, we're all working. But it seemed like they're trying for a work-life balance on this one.
Court Hightower says, this game looks bonkers. As a gamer, that's with a Y in it, I hope Rockstar has found a way to...
I thought it was capital. This game looks bonkers as a gamer, but as a person, I have issues.
I hope Rockstar has found a way to include gay characters that get the same amount of satire as every other group without making them the butt, no pun, of jokes.
I never played Ballad of Gay Tony.
Ballad of Gay Tony was amazing, so I think you're fine. And remember, Rob, I think that was one of his director credits, so like, they're on top of that, I think. I think for the most part, they always have been, but of course, I'm speaking for a subset that I'm not a part of, so maybe I have been misrepresented on that.
Yeah, it's obviously very sensitive situations there, like especially with Miami, so I am interested in how they handle that stuff.
Yep.
Trevor the Oracle says, were there any questions or answers about the deluxe edition?
No.
Didn't come up, right? A lot of similar questions here. Trying to keep going.
No, you're doing great, Tim. Thank you for this.
I
can filibuster if you want.
Art says, great coverage, boys. Did they say what chapter this footage is from?
No, but it didn't matter. Because since it wasn't story stuff we were watching, like it wasn't like, oh, this is why you're in this predicament or that thing. And it wasn't like they mentioned the fact that, oh, we're kind of gating it by how much money you earn, but it wasn't like we were striving for a total in that moment.
The Netflix stuff we saw was story stuff, right?
Yeah, that was all
okay.
story stuff.
Gotcha.
Seaberry says, Jason reminds me of Lucas Black in Tokyo Drift. Damn, dude, you really nailed it there. Like, you upsettingly nailed it there. That put my thoughts into it in the perfect perspective. It's not a compliment, guys. It is not a compliment at all. When did the open world stuff, were they switching between the characters? Like, what was the percentage of each one that y'all saw them playing as?
I would say pretty 50-50. I felt like we started as Jason, then jumped to Lucia, or vice versa. Like, It wasn't like I was like, man, we're really on one. Like, no, we were all over the map.
Yeah.
When you're playing as them, was there any instances of them talking, like as you're just playing, like either talking to others or?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
There's little throwaway lines and stuff like that, and then you're choosing dialogue when you're interacting with the certain NPCs and things to that effect. Yeah.
Yeah, they felt very lively together.
When they drove over to pick up Jason at the bus stop or whatever the little thing was, there was a organic conversation between him and her there.
Of her being like, "What the fuck you doing here?" So like, I was waiting around or whatever.
And that was another good one too. You know, we're talking about fast traveling, we're talking about ride me's and blah blah blah, the bus. Like I think it might have even been that where we picked him up and then they transferred power to him so that they could go through their phone and fuck around with the apps and like look at the social media while she drove to whatever the waypoint they drove.
Oh, that's
was.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there was any interesting any interesting things happening when you switch from one to the other, as far as like when you switch to Trevor and he's in the middle of some bullshit.
It's what you saw there in the actual video, right, of him on the couch talking to the guy. You'd be a good battle rapper, really? Like that's the level of what it wasn't any crazy.
It never got it never got too wacky.
No, I didn't see.
It doesn't seem like a wacky game.
They also weren't like swapping back and forth the most. Like,
I felt like we were with them a while.
Yeah.
And then we went and we were with somebody a while.
Yeah. I asked a DualSense trigger feedback. Absolutely, Tim.
You brought it up when she's working out there, right? And we're talking. Well, for us, it was the squats. There was the thing, but you see the shoulder buttons, and yeah, it is that idea of like you got to come up. It's smooth with every one of the exercises, not just herky jerky, because then you screw it up and don't get the buff you want. And I forget how many reps you had to get in and what amount of time, but
yeah, and then you would take a protein shake to make the recovery time shorter. Things like that. Yeah.
Deshaun says the black hair options in GTA 6 Online are going to be the best we've ever seen. Bless.
I hope so. Yeah, I can see
from
it.
seeing this.
Dude, they look amazing. Yeah.
Are you feeling confident in that?
Confident enough. I when you switch from playing main GTA 5 to online GTA 5, a lot of the online stuff is definitely a downgrade because they're accounting for players and all these things happening. So like you look at the hairstyles and like the hairstyles, again, they're not bad. In fact, there was an update in like, I want to say 2020 or some shit like that, where they actually added in a new black hairstyle out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, this looks really good. So based off of that, actually, I do have hope and confidence in this. But seeing what we've seen here, at the very least, the NPC stuff looks incredible. I would hope that does translate to the online, or not to the online, but to the in-game, I guess to online, because that was where you would be playing a black character.
It seems like another thing that they are taking from Red Dead Redemption 2. This is kind of me speculating, but it feels like they're doing the, hey, safe house is done. We got to go we got to find a new spot, similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. And yeah, when I asked, are you buying stuff for your apartment? Rob replied, not buying stuff for your apartment too much. Again, it's the story determining that. They're on the run. You're buying vehicles, you're buying clothes, you're buying weapons, customability and all that, but there's so much of that stuff, but the houses are not necessarily permanent fixtures. So it feels like there will be a moment where that safe house is done and we are in chapter 3 now in a new spot. That's what I'm assuming by him saying they're not permanent fixtures.
I like how many of the answers are like, no, these characters are on the run.
Well, again, like,
can I drive a UFO? Like, you don't understand.
They're on the run.
Jason
Who's got time for that? They don't have time to make contact.
On the run.
Jay Dublin says
it's not even that Andy didn't pour me the water. It's that he didn't even bring back my bottle.
Oh, shit.
Greg, you get me a Pompli? Thank you.
Greg, give me a Diet Coke.
Can you give me a Coke Zero? Thank you.
I totally forgot.
Andy, this one's for you. Jay Dublin says the shadow work and lighting is crazy. The way shadows actively shift opacity based on characters' proximity to and intensity of the lighting is nuts, and it's present on all characters and objects in a scene. Obviously, we saw so much of the Netflix thing. I'm just, damn, this was impressive. But watching the 2.5 hours, like, were you, like, I keep saying, I was smiling the entire time watching this. Watching that, like, did it hit a point where you're just like, oh, this is what the game looks like?
It was mind-blowing, yeah. I mean, it was for every shot just looking as insane as it does, where everything casting shadow, seemingly like ray tracing on everything with all sorts of different light sources. When I tried to get into some of the specifics, Rob replied, like, that's not my lane. I was prior to me being, like, co-studio head and, like, director of a bunch of other stuff, I was in animation, so his stuff isn't really on the visual side of things anyway. So he was like, I can't really answer specifics on that, but insane. Like absolutely just insane attention to detail. And again, base PS5 is the craziest part. Like it's so tough to get a game to look like this with all of the reactive lighting, and it's easy to game. It's easy to make a game look amazing, which it's not. But like in a linear game where you are controlling every aspect of every light source, there's less problems in order to make that game look amazing when you are creating where every light source is coming from, and you know that this is an on rails. They are walking through this hallway linear moment. Open world games are just not that. You have to account for all of the dynamic shit going on with a constantly moving sun, and the fact that it can still look like that and perform that way. It's why anytime you ever see like, man, that game looks like this, and this open world title looks like this, like why does it look so bad? It's like, well, the open world games are always different. They always, you have to account for so much more, and it still looks incredible. And I'm just so blown away by the level of like technical work being done on this. I can't imagine like the amount of wizardry happening behind the scenes to make this look this good, run this well on a base PS5.
I would have lost every penny that I have, because I would have bet that there's not a chance in hell that they debut this game showing it off on a base PS5.
Right. Yeah.
Like
for
that
sure.
is just such a
just statement piece. Man.
It really, really, really is. Like, man.
Real quick, Tim.
Uh-oh.
I've been on camera since 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Recorded an ad before then.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to wind down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But not thanks to our sponsor, 5 Hour.
Oh, wow.
And I'll let you know, y'all, this isn't part of the sponsorship. I just saw it out there in the fridge. I actually saw the other flavors, which I enjoy. But I said, man, Joey, you know everything. Where's the firework frenzy? And she said, I don't know. And Cool Greg said they were over here, and here we go. Yeah.
Here we go. You know where they are now.
Here we go.
Inside of Greg.
I've also been on camera since 10 a.m., but I already had a 5-hour energy this morning. I'm not trying to have a second one.
Fair enough.
Easy.
You don't want a 10-hour energy?
Easy says, are criminal profiles separate per character?
No, I don't know, right? But I don't think so, because again, the swapping, and again, you're supporting each other. But I don't recall if they were. But I don't see how they could.
Yeah.
Jason, he's a real dirtbag, horrible criminal. Shooting everybody in the cack.
Yeah, I don't think they could. I don't.
Wow.
I had the 5-hour energy.
That's
I'm back, baby.
Damn. That's the 5-hour energy. It doesn't seem like they're.
That's the 5-hour energy talking. No, I'm pretty sure it's one.
ACM says, great coverage as always, guys. Incredible work all around. All the assets were incredible. We need KF/GTA logo dad hats for the bald boys.
Ooh.
Love y'all. That's a great idea. That's a really
I do like
good
that
idea. And again, I know we've covered it many times, but I really do appreciate all the love on all the extra work, because this stuff doesn't just happen. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. We need to test it, make sure it looks good, and I love it. This is something that I'm very passionate about, is like doing these fun, cool things. And
graphic design is his passion.
I'm not good at it, but I'm passionate about other people being passionate about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I think it's
If
very
I could
cool.
steal one from the live chat, what was weather and rain like? Was there anything that stood out in that regard?
I think hard when we're not on the sticks, but it did rain. We had a rain section, yeah? I'm not crazy about that? Or am I thinking of the trailer?
I think you're thinking of the trailer.
Okay,
No,
I've seen rain. Yeah. I don't know.
I think it was just day and night. It's just the game was just on, and like it's just running. So like I guess that those things didn't happen in that moment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
In the nighttime, did you ask them to shoot a sniper at the moon?
No.
Damn. Should have sent me. I would have done it.
Should have won.
Change the size.
Should have won.
Warren says, did they show or say how interactable Lucia and Jason are together, i.e. holding hands, etc.?
I didn't see any.
I forget if one of the L2 options was hold hands.
We saw that in the Netflix thing.
Okay.
I think it was R2.
Okay. I was gonna say I feel like I've seen them hold hands. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would be surprised if that was limited at all, because your L2 is your driving force in this game, and it is you walking up to everybody and saying,
howdy.
I'm going to greet you or antagonize you, and then that becomes like your drop down menu almost. So I'd be surprised if there was not a level of interactivity there.
She says, Andy, what's the gunplay like? Is it the same as GTA 5? That was my only issue with Rockstar Games. You kind of went over this earlier, but
yeah, since we didn't get hands on 6, it's hard to tell. But like, just based on what I'm looking at, it doesn't look like it's the auto snap to the head like usual.
So let me jump in back to the holding hands, but then back to the relationship thing. All right. During this interview, I asked one of the things you have when you have the relationship screen up is where they're at in their level. Do we fall out of love, or we just ... Rob goes, if you want, we don't force that on anybody, but they stick together through the story. Just playing the story missions together and not necessarily, you got to do stuff together. What I'm doing right now is plenty. We could just go and walk down the beach holding hands. We could go rob people. As long as you're spending time together, that keeps it strong. It's however you want to do it. The holding hands confirmed. That's an option.
I love it. I'm going to do that a lot.
We were also asking about like during the heists, what the mechanics are there. And Greg kind of alluded to some of the different locks having the safes and some having codes or whatever in the room. But Rob said that the fences have different specialties, and the fences would be where you go to sell shit and turn things in. But you can carry 2 bags of money each. You could store bags in your vehicle and different bags on different vehicles. So if you're in like a moped or a motorcycle, you could have a bag that you could kind of like mount there. Similar to in Red Dead Redemption 2, if you happen to skin an animal, you could put the pelt on the back of your horse as you're riding the horse for storage or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of levels of storing bags of money in vehicles, but if you die with those bags without depositing anything, then they're gone forever.
M. Holton says, do NPCs remember you if you rob a place 3 times?
Great question. Don't know.
No.
Not knowing, but like just from what you got to see, did it seem like that's the type of thing that will come into play?
I want to say no, just because of how much emphasis that they were putting on like putting the masks and the cops being the thing that you have to worry about the most in those moments. I don't know. I don't think the NPCs were having that level of memory.
What's happening?
Nothing.
Greg just went into Bruce Green's stream and just typed in from the Kind of Funny Games Twitch channel, what's it like to stink, Stinky?
The 5-hour energy. That's a 5-hour energy.
I'm back, baby!
So happy he's back.
He's laughing about it. He's having a good time.
Joseph says, GTA 6 looks amazing. Have a great day, KFG. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Right here, I talked about the cutscene that might happen if you die or get wasted or whatever, and like, are you going to be walking out of a hospital or whatever? And he said, no, you don't go out of a jail or a hospital anymore. It's just sort of like you respawn nearby. We definitely have tons of buildings. The amount of interiors is crazy. When there's a helipad on buildings, that means that there's like a way that you could get up to that helipad. That's a good way to kind of know a way of escape. And like we saw Lucia put on the parachute, seems like there's a lot of level of a lot of different ways to skin a cat,
Calpy in the chat says this just looks like the demo of the Matrix game. It's not that impressive. You just talked about one of the most graphically impressive games that we've ever seen. That's nuts.
It's a strictly haters gonna hate thing.
No,
I mean,
for sure.
You know what I mean? I know you know that, but I think it's interesting to see reactions. It was good, but it's like, I don't know, man. I go dial this thing back 5 hours ago when we started or whatever. We're talking about the fact of like the way they're talking about in the age of, we need to make San Francisco. Well, ask Gen AI to make it in the background, and then our artists will make it. And here we are, like we started a studio in LA just to have people make clothes and make NPCs and do. It's like we can't have it both ways, where we're mad at like fucking the artistry that goes into this, but then also mad when there's no artistry going into other things.
Also can't make you like GTA.
Of course.
I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing is,
But I mean, there's the thing between like this. Let's talk back to Red Dead Redemption 2. Not my game. I look at it. I'm like, I can appreciate everything that's happening. A bad example because it's the Rockstar game. But you know what I mean? Of like, you can sit here and be like, man, I don't like GTA, but holy shit, he slammed the dude into the fucking thing and the bottles just rattled and fell to the floor, right? Like,
yeah.
But again, going back here because he's coming back. Calby said the Matrix demo had literally everything we saw today in terms of graphics. But again, the Matrix demo is one of the most crazy graphical games I've ever seen.
Yeah. But the Matrix game also wasn't an interactive world with every NPC having their own
life,
like time cycle of this is when I get in my car to go to work, and all of that stuff happening in the background are all computations and calculations that take away from the overhead of how good you can make a game look. So I've said this before, you could put a fucking cinder block in the middle of a Unreal Engine 5 scene and it'll look like the nicest thing ever because that game just looks good. The engine just looks good by default. But when you have a million different things happening around your player and it still looks that good, that's where you're like, oh shit, this is real serious stuff.
I don't know, man. I've seen real life. Real life looks really good.
It does. It really does.
Better than this GTA game.
I asked about the amount of like voiced NPCs, and they said many hundreds. NPCs are cops, bouncers, bartenders. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot. And then we asked about something about activities. I think I lost it here. Sorry about that.
You're fine. You did great.
Red Spy says, were there any features or details that you guys didn't notice that Rockstar brought attention to? I feel like we've talked a lot about that throughout this whole thing, but does that question spark anything, Greg?
No. But I'm thinking.
I think I'll say for now, not really, just because I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2, and a lot of questions I might have had were kind of immediately answered by seeing what the UI was and what some of the mechanics would be and how you would interact with the world. I'd say that I did tell them one of the PR people that we were dealing with, I let her know that I was like, one thing that really shocked me legitimately was the walk speed. And I know that's like probably not one of the answers you want to hear because that's such a small little thing. That's like a crazy kind of thing because I'm so used to the big game coming out and going like, no, you play the game our way. Yeah, like you're gonna walk how we want you to walk. I'm used to like those kind of limited options sometimes with larger releases. We talked about that a bit recently with like Monster Hunter Wilds and the game being like, no, this isn't gonna control like a Souls game if you wanted to. It's gonna control the way we say to control it because you can't remap your buttons. I don't know if I can confirm if they mentioned remapping. I'm pretty sure they did though.
Yeah, I want to say
pretty
the
sure.
options
because they were like, we if you want to put your radar in the bottom right or the bottom left or in the top, like you've kind of like make this UI your own, and it just seemed turning off threat indicators if you want to make the game a bit more difficult and things like that. Like they talked about that level of customization. Whether that leans into we have a lot of accessible options, I don't know. It's a lot of like more just customization and options.
Is the only money penalty when you die based off of carrying cash and not what you've deposited?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're not coming out of a hospital paying like a bill or whatever.
Gotcha. I was curious because, when you talk about money being this precious resource, and when you die in GTA, you go to a hospital, pay out of the hospital, and that's kind of how they balance that. I think back to the, I just want to fuck around sort of thing. And if I'm dying willy-nilly and then the money goes down, I'm probably going to get pissed off. But if it's just cash.
Yeah, what you had in your wallet.
They don't want you to go bankrupt midway through the game and go, like, how am I going to get all this money back? Yeah.
Yeah.
To your question of what surprised me, I think the one would be the fact that you don't have to play the missions one way. You know what I mean? And what does that actually mean? We're talking about the tower. It could go, there's different ways, different things. Like, I want to see the permutations of that and find out, okay, that's cool that it isn't just point A to point B.
Ross McDonald says, in the Ultimate Edition, it mentions raiding a compound. Did they mention anything about gang war / gang systems in place?
No.
I had a great Chinatown Wars question where we talked about going and stealing diamonds and then going and selling them, and I was like, well, does that price fluctuate, based on where we're going, or different districts pay you more for the diamonds? And they said no.
Did you see any, Matt asked, did you see any of the weather effect driving, like the roads being slick in the rain?
No,
but they again, going back to the car thing, how it's not just customizing cars for the sake of like make car go faster. Rob specifically mentioned like all of these cars handle so differently because we want this to feel like as true of like a car simulator as you can get, like the heavier cars might turn a little wider or whatever, but whatever the hell. Like, they want to go real deep with making each car kind of feel like not just a skin change of now this one is a sports car and it's faster. They want them to kind of feel very different.
Greg, this is a very important question from Aperios Unlimited. Do we know if activities include pro wrestling?
I made a reference to it in the backyard wrestling stuff, and they got a big laugh, and they said, "Oh, you recognize you saw that, you clocked that or whatever." But I had no confirmation if we get to join some kind of backyard wrestling league.
That the backyard wrestling thing looks very much like a side quest. It looks just like
don't take this away from me.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right, I hope that there's a league, and then we will never progress from here, Lucia. We live here.
We stay stuck in chapter.
I will always be $1 below whatever it is to advance the story.
Did you fly at all? Did they take you in the air?
No.
Oh, man.
Should have sent me.
I would have gone there. I would be like, take me there.
Nostalgic Account says, I was unsure about GTA 6 after hearing about the RPG elements. However, after this extended look, I'm back on board again.
Yay.
A lot of similar questions here.
How easily did cars get totaled? Is there? I know when it's not you on the sticks, it's hard.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's
yeah.
not purposely destroying things, but I'm curious. Like,
yeah, I don't think we saw much out of control driving.
Yeah, there wasn't like much totaling. There were like some crashes and things like that, but there wasn't like a lot of it was like, we want to get this car to the shop. Oh, we fucking hit this bumper. God,
yeah, we're trying to get
That's
it
gonna
there.
Lower the
how much value we get for it.
That's going to lower the value, and all of that is like so precious because guess what, Bless? You're on the run.
Well, you're on the run.
You're on the run, and every dollar matters.
You can do some light repairs at the gas stations as well, on top of filling up.
Oh, right.
Cool.
I'm sure you guys did not ask this, but Peaceful Warhead says, do we know who's scoring the game? Love you guys.
No.
DJ Junkie.
Whoever's doing it.
I don't know.
Destroying it.
Fly
I
low.
can't wait for
Pitbull.
Mr. GTA.
This is a more kind of funny question, but I think it is appropriate to answer here. Cryptic84 says, GTA 6 is going to stop the world in November. How's G4 going to... Sorry, G4. How's KF going to handle review period?
What do you know?
I don't know. How's KF going to handle a review period when
You
September
really
and October also has killer titles and making sure KF isn't overworked when we get closer
Man,
to
I'll
the
tell you
time.
right now, the fact that you think there's a chance we get it in September, October, I want to live in your world where we're getting. I think by the time we get to hopefully being included in the review period for this, that it'll be a pretty clear schedule in terms of. I mean, I guess maybe if it's the end of October, which would be egregious. Usually, we're lucky to get 2 weeks with a game, let alone the world's most anticipated game that they don't want leaking and they don't want anything going. Is this going to be a review event? Are we invited? Is it multiple people? Is it one person? Is it one? Who are they doing reviews at all? Like,
yeah,
a lot of questions. But I imagine by the time we get there, it'll be pretty clear. And then I know
being an 80-hour game and that's coming from them.
Yeah.
Man, that's a long review event.
Yeah.
That's like, I had to fly out for probably 2 weeks to do that.
Yeah, well, we have to have another kind of feudy to decide who goes.
Oh, I'm going to win this time.
But to answer the question about kind of funny in reviews, it's like this entire season, no matter how many games are out here, it's like every single person here is only playing the games they want to play for review. No one's being asked to beat any game. It's like, and we all want to beat a bunch of games. So whoever you see on reviews, like, and it's all code dependent on how many codes we can get. I'm sure there will be games that some of us want to play that we don't have enough codes
Les
for.
steps aside. He's like, I want to go do Star Wars Zero Company instead of Wolverine. Worry about that. I like that. We also said we'll take GTA and Zelda off his plate as well. So.
I do want to play this Devolver Digital game that's coming out, though.
The same day. Yeah, the Volvy one or whatever. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, GTA is stopping the world, as you know, and it's stopping November pretty cold in its tracks. So I'm excited. We have to. I was talking about this on Games Daily today. I had a very top level conversation like the day after the Skyrim stream of like, Roger, what are we doing for GTA? He's like, I got to talk to Mike and we got to get buy-in and we got to do a whole thing, but we have plans. And like at the bare minimum of that, I'd love the idea of, even if it's later, 4 of us playing and it's like NFL Red Zone where Kevin or Barrett is going to whoever's doing the most interesting thing in that moment and we're just all fucking around.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Well, boys, I feel like now is a great place to kind of wind this down. We've hit the end of the super chats. The last one I do want to read is from Bomplete Castard.
G4.
Quick history lesson. DMA Design, Rockstar North. made Lemmings, and then Space Station Silicon Valley, then Body Harvest, which was a proto GTA 3, and then GTA since then.
I think I knew that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Did y'all see any fistfights?
Man, it's hard at this point. Did we see? Yes, Jason fought people on the strip, right? Didn't he swing on? He fought the TikToker guy.
And then, no, but there was also another moment where some other guy got involved and like wanted to fight too, and suddenly those
just because he was like jumping in.
It was one of those where like one guy is kind of like we're antagonizing him and annoying him, and then another guy kind of like was caught in the gravity of this fight and was like, all right, well I'm going to be going after you too. So we were like kind of outdoors just fighting this dude, and we just kind of like ran away and he just kept on like running after us. It was really funny.
Lucia hit like an insane block there in the footage we saw. Like she did like a weave and then like a double hand block to a hook.
Andy Cortez asked, is there a similar block like in Red Dead? And Rob responded, there's a similar block you can hold and sometimes a little timed parry.
Greg, you have that document in front of you. Is there anything that you
No, I mean, I had made bookmarks on all the stuff I wanted to talk about. We have gone through and clocked all of that out, I think, yeah. So we're crushing it over there.
Very important. You have to set down your beverages. Either you set them down or you throw them in the garbage. It's not like Red Dead where when I walk up to the little pot of stew as Arthur and I'm eating my stew, when he's done, he just throws it on the ground. Here, you will still have the empty thing in your hand, and you go boop, and you set it down, or you go throw it in the garbage.
When you said you had to set it down, I thought you were talking about Rockstar North. Like they were asking you, like, you like got a drink. They're like
blueberries down.
Yeah, you can either put it there or you put it in the trash.
Again, thank you to the still over 7,000 people hanging out with us here today. What a day it has been. This has been awesome. Thank you so much. A long time coming. This is just the beginning of our Grand Theft Auto 6 support. We will be covering it, I'm sure, every single news update, every single controversy, every single piece of discourse will be discoursed here at Kind of Funny until we get the review later this year or whenever it just comes out. We're playing it. Who knows? But until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.